program for all Salone people and then party them. Sierra Leone Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salone discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sierragemedia.org. Now who's tem these?
The total population of Sierra Leone in 2019 was stated approximately at 7.8 million. And the most common cancer reported in 2018 was breast cancer, with an incidence rate of 25.1% and a mortality rate of 19.2%. Ward 2 at the Connaught Hospital, Freetown, is a female surgical ward that cares for patients requiring breast surgery, chemotherapy, and palliative care. General surgery also admits to the ward as see fit. The ward is in need of a significant refurbishment and has a major impact on patient assessment and delivery of treatment, dignity, comfort, and infection control measures. The current ward area presents a significant challenge to infection control. There is no fit for purpose or adequate personal hygiene facilities. The showers and sanitary areas are in poor condition and are difficult to clean. The flooring is deteriorated. Overall deco and fabric of the walls need repair and full decoration. Furniture, cupboards, and shelving require replacement. The sluice, known to be the dirty utility room, is in poor condition and needs replacing. Windows need to be replaced as current windows bring in draughts, dust, debris, mosquitoes, and rodents. There is no designated area to provide a day service for patients receiving chemotherapy. Medical supplies is desperately needed. Therefore, we need a total amount of £15,000, which is equivalent to 195 million leones for this project. This project will focus on women diagnosed with breast cancer and other non-malignant breast abnormalities requiring one or more of the treatment modalities that are currently available. We will also set up a day unit for the administration of chemotherapy and provide training and development to ensure sustainability. Therefore, I am pleading to all individuals, organizations, and local businesses, and every Sierra Leonean and friends of Sierra Leone to make a meaningful contribution that will never go in vain. Ways to contribute will be seen at the end of this clip. I am Aissata Sisejalo of the Health Show Partnership Program. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Mina Yvonne Akisoya, and 11th May 2021 make me 3 years where I don't day in office. I say let I come and tell Freetonians them una boku tenki for where una elect me and when I give me this mandate for serve una. But I not just want to tell una thank you for when I elect me, I want to tell una thank you for when I don't work with me and work with the councillors, work with the staff of Freetown City Council, work with so many stakeholders, including the central government, the international partners, the local partners. I want to tell una, the Freetonians and thank you, but I want to tell all the other groups and the Boku Boku Tenki. Together, we embark on a journey for Transform Freetown, and in nobody not been say it go easy. We published the plan in January 2019, and then in January 2020, we published our first year report, and then in January 2021, we don't publish with 2-year report. Inside the reports and day, you go able for read in much more detail, waiting we don't achieve. But family them, as I just share today some of the things that really make me heart gladdy, pandis walk here. One thing we're really glad about, now the wastewater treatment plant where we don't build na King Tom. This is the first time ever in the history of Salone for let we get the thing we come on with toilet. Instead of it just gonna grow na King Tom, it actually go into a plant where they get for separate the solid from the liquid and get for treat them and waiting get for come out can go towards manure. It can now be safely the liquid can now safely be disposed into the waterways. Another practical thing we are so glad for. Now this urban farming project, we bring over 300, in fact we start with 300, now we add another 200 women them. We now at them backyard them and in community level, particularly in the deprived communities.
And you can create this, where you give, the okra they come up, they will plant them.
The women they do farming projects where go benefit them picking them, forget more nutritious food, but it go also help them forget small thing at the hand as they sell them in the market. And then their nursery school. Famble then go no say we've been done open the one at Congo Water Market for make vulnerable women them and their young picking it under the age of 5 get free quality preschool care. And now we dip and build the second one. We do refurbishment upstairs in the Freetown Road Market, and that facility will be open and available to women and men traders inside Freetown Road Market. Tricycles. Well, then tricycle and they not only then they help for keep we city clean, they also they create employment. We don't create so far over 1,200 jobs with young people then where they go and collect dirty na the streets. And now we get 90 more where they come on stream. So I'm so happy because it increased the capacity for collect dirty. At the same time, it increased the number of people them, young people that we get work. Let not talk about the transfer station when a day the dirty then they go. So we don't get 4 additional ones, including the one at Lumley, the one at Approved School, the one at Shell, and the one at Allentown. Bele Uman them. Then they all over with community. That journey for going at PCMH, it can challenge Boko of them. So we work for upgrade 5 of we PHUs them for make them be monk, side with side Bele Uman, they able for born. Freetown people them, Boku people that know say dog na challenge na this city. And so we don't start a program for sterilize, vaccinate the dogs them so that we go get control over dogs and we the ambog motaman, but we the ambog themselves. We go make we city healthier and it go reduce the risk for let people then get us sick with and call rabies. I don't share small about wait we don't do and over these 3 years, but I just touch the thing in Boku. I go say anybody want for no more. Also go now with Facebook page. We get Freetown City Council Facebook page. We also get Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. You go able for follow we. Let we continue for work together with all we stakeholders for let collectively we transform Freetown. Una, thank you and God bless you.
Na Yvonne, Na Yvonne, talk and go, talk and come.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all. Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now? Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer. to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence. Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible act.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now, women are trafficking female children for money.
Women are forced to be silenced.
All this must stop, and it must stop now. Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children.
It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us. Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Silverstone Beats.
People killing, people dying, children hurting, hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love?
See this life we live, oh, we all have to give, oh, yeah, yeah. Cause all I see is evil, and too much killing of my people, yeah, yeah. So let's bless one another, yeah, yeah. So let's help one another. I sing again, yeah.
What's me, I don't see this kind of thing where they happen. This not for be education opportunity. Now in we need, let we learn for the share, not to attempt for big greed.
You see this life, the live, oh. You see where we lose or we know. Stop killing one another. Let's stand together, yeah. Stop playing the hero, looking at each other like we're zero. On the block with a C, money dip and make every day pan pre, yeah.
R.I.P. They took our boys, they take our joy, take our joy. This study time we stop now crime. Don't blind bodies like your future.
Stop the stabbing, stop the killing. Let's love one another. Peace.
Where is the
I see fighting every day, I see dying every day. Why don't we help each other and pave the way for a better life, a life that we all deserve? Instead of killing each other, why don't we preserve? So you wanna be a bad man, he's gonna be a badder man. You got a big knife, he's gonna get a bigger knife. Our people suffered for years in chains. Now we turn on each other, cut for gains. For the ones that send the youth to kill themselves, you pretend to be a father figure but only care for yourself. You are nothing but the flesh of the devil. You're evil, low life on another level. Think about the mothers and the pain they go through. You don't care for these kids, they mean nothing to you. But karma only knows the boomerang maneuver. One day the green reaper will be your remover.
They settle the range, ranting of some sanctimonious food is as poetic verses, ruminate a prophecy given to a sentient dude. So I say it's as it is for you to listen and deduce the wisdom that's gonna liberate and galvanize you. Under the sun ain't nothing new, that for black on black crimes and breaking news. Under the sun ain't nothing new.
You gotta stand up, stand up for what you believe in. Gotta stand up, stand up for what is right. Cause if you got me, then I've got you too. Regardless of what you've been through, even when you're feeling new.
Where is the love?
Do this if we try. There's no time to waste, no time. Together forever, whatever the weather. Us as a unit working together.
See, I did not love done, but me heart still not tongue. God don't lift me up, but me heart still not run. You will never go far if you don't know where you're from. So I don't do it for myself, I'ma do it for the young. Please to my brothers, let's do it for the youngers. Why spend a bag on a jumper? Back where you're from, people dying with hunger. We people then they suffer. You then I you the bluff, it's copper. You the game need for change. Like we not get up. Where's the love? Where's the love, yo? Where's the love? I said,
where is the love?
Little youth, let's take time. Stop all the knife and the gun crime. Think of the future, paint that picture. Get a
youth in the future. Peace gonna rain on we. Peace gonna rain on we. Yeah.
Let's stop the violence and come together. Get rid of knives and guns and bombs. Let's be together. Pray peace and love, golden hope through storm and weather. See what is going on. Where is love? Tell me, how do you feel when you see your brothers and sisters lying down the street helplessly? And what will you do if you die today and find yourself in hell? I want to ask you this. Look inside your eyes and answer me with all the truth. Where you get, whose side the love they?
When I left. Boku man them get nef. If you live by the nef, you go suffer. You know get sense, you know sabi say nef not for butter. Stabbing guys, yeah that's uncool. When it comes to knives, yeah I'm anti. What happened to fighting guys with your hands, G? When you stab a man, it's not one man you stab. Just remember that you stab a whole family.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or you will turn the other cheek. Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love.
Hello, Fambulem, on good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night, depending on whose part na the world where you find yourself. Welcome to CRGM Media. We Wednesday program, The Big Discussion. Me, on our host, na Juma Ba, as always, and gets me co-host and moderator, Mr. Sylvester T-Boy Dugba, we all they call T-Boy or King Musafa. Or Mufasa, sorry. See, I always mix up the name. So I don't add all that title by the name now. Mufasa, Musafa, all thing coming. But family, welcome to we platform today. For newcomers, we say welcome, and wish you a happy stay with us and that you go enjoy for stay with we and you go share your knowledge and experience because we platform now information sharing platforms how all they learn from each other. We all go help for build with Mama Salon and help for contribute for shape the narrative for be a better one where we all like. And for we regulars, again, we say welcome to you, but more so we say thank you so much for being our avid followers and for the support we una dey give. We hope una go continue for invite more people them and bring you ideas and suggestions. We go help for improve the platform so we go grow them together and benefit together. This platform we say African stories told by Africans. So now we all platform. As the only thing they ask everybody now for let we cooperate with each other and maintain mutual respect for one another because the world is a smaller place. You know, we disagreements, then we'll get for still respect we self because sometimes we want the same thing, but we just see them differently. So that is the only appeal we have for you all. Today's program will be exciting and interesting, and we will get for open the phone line because we want for you waiting the public say or waiting the public get for say on the issue where we did discuss. But before we go into the nitty-gritty of the program, I go welcome Mr. T-Boy Dugba. T-Boy, welcome to today's program and say hello to we Fambulem. And look, see today you feel a real locus, you know. You feel a real locus. So I don't know whether that they mean whether that's something for make you smile or for something make we scared, whether that's good news or bad news. Over to you, T-Boy.
Fambul na kushe kabo. How una dey do? I hope so now they do fine and well today. Well, Juma say today I feel about locus. I don't know how many of you remember how locus stand. But do ya Afiba locus? What I tell me Balek I know because I know say my proper recollection of how locust look like. You know, they're any closer to the way I look tonight.
Right.
I don't know whether you want for talk say me close Fiba locust.
Well, and the person where the close, like you say, you know they see the close now the man
you
inside.
want to talk say na me where the close Fiba locust. So
well, defend yourself now. I'm putting at the deep end.
Now and look me and tell me whether I Fiba locust. If you don't know what's in a locust, una big a big down tell me. But yeah, today's program I feel to say it gets a lot for deal with within the major thing we make all done sit on the platform layer so for over the years and express how we feel and what make we be Sierra Leoneans them and for the reason why we feel to say some of the things they say not just relevant but they make noise of we saying our platform is full of thoughts, ideas, knowledge spread along with we and the people who they participate with we. And also, the key part of everything else we feel to say, now the root benefits of everything we learn is education and knowledge. That's not the program where we get today now, in collaboration with the headline, what make we man self come be part of. So, now me on take down in so as see say this thing get for go forward. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Thank you so much. And I want to give shout outs to all the people in the chat group. T-Boy must monitor the YouTube since I'm not seeing that right now. If there are any people that we need to give shout outs to you all, but especially to Martha and other Martha Bangura, Sequence Dumbuya. You know, say hello to we Junior Kagbo, Elaine, Aminata Bangura, of course, then the one and only Arun Pape, also then at the house. We soon are all, and I see newcomers them as well. We say thank you. Bobo Labo is a regular here. You stop, of course. Dolly Igwe. So it's a Sedede. And I see lastly, somebody say something now, so I want for watch. Hassan Jallo, of course. Keep your comments coming in and share the platform. Elin Conte, Asi, Bangura, good evening to you as well. And let's see here. Yeah, I won't pay the ask Tibo Udana Itila. Well, the man were very close now in the designer as well. So I won't pay.
No, listen to him.
I'm for bluff like I'm not for go to but I don't know almost it will charge you. And Safia to Bangura.
That's the queen of Berkshire. Now
you see, all
it's expensive. The queen of Berkshire is live online.
Live online. All right. Well, right. And Abubakar Conte. Well, shout out to you all. If we miss your name, you will come. And of course, behind the deck, we get Mr. Obafemi Pama. If not to him, they come live too now. I don't know if you want to say hello to family right now. You know, Mr. Pama, say hello to family. And then we say halfway through the game before you.
But you don't start for say hello to everybody. Now all men want to say hello to them. So go ahead.
Joa, we don't tell all man I do. They come back to me.
Exactly.
No, I don't go back to you, Jonathan.
Wait, come on to Femi. Come back to all man again.
Yes. So over to you, Femi. Femi, over to you.
Okay, you don't tell how to done.
And I'm not done it. We got for the give shout out as the program they go. Come on.
Okay, like I've been talk earlier on. You've been asked, say, something about locus.
Yes.
Me the man a brighter grammar now remind me of.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go. They can talk about education. So today we don't know about brighter grammar.
Yes, I like that.
The family on a cushion, a cardboard. Thanks for joining us. We've got a wonderful program for una today. Hope you will enjoy yourself. And I guess at the end of the show, now we will know really and truly who's kind grammar Tibo and Juma Den Sabi.
Yes, brighter grammar. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Pama.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Because make us I'm pretty sure. If una fashion me for the show not begin to go well.
Yes. Well, the one and only in the house, Marie MC. You know, of course, now greetings. They will get for recognize all man. Femi, you get problem because Grace Ami Bido, you don't say we don't put cola for you. Say now for you sake make his sack cherry cocoa. So it's really powerful. So Susan Alice say hello. Thank you all. And let me go to the program. Today we put with president now with flyer. I think this is the second, third, or fourth time where we don't do this. When you get for do with issues where concern or we get for deal with, and definitely we get for put under. He's our president, so we get right for using picture in case you want for doubt. We get the right, he's a public figure, he's our president. We not use him for ridicule, but we want for project him because this topic today get for do with direct. And also the country direct. But now we want for answer some of them questions. Then we ask. We say we president travel recently to the United Kingdom. We ask the trip where go, waiting are the benefits to Sierra Leone? Is there any benefits to Sierra Leone for that trip? Well, for possibly remind people and also for the one that we're not too familiar, the president, according to what we see, a slight memo from, the press secretary from State House, say the president, they travel go United Kingdom for go attend a global education summit. So now that's make if they go UK. And this summit happened July 28 and 29. So now 2 days, the summit now for 2 days. And the summit, obviously, now sideway, then they go discuss about, I think, 4 areas, mostly about education, advancing education at the world, mostly for support education at the developing countries then. So that was the reason. The most important thing, now how then they raise funds, them want to go raise more funds for support, developing countries them, for let themselves make sure, say, them provide quality and equity education for all man. So that was like the main reason we make them go there. And this was a unique conference in a sense, because usually when I know for Sweden, they organize them big summit events during normal times. All man, they travel and go. But this one, then we get the first day when I become mostly virtual. The first day was mostly virtual, when at the 28th. Then the second day was still what they refer to as hybrid. So, then they do virtual part of it. Then they do in-person attendance or participation. And they did that because some people and they definitely get for able to steer the ship and make things fine. So that's why they did it that way. And we see other presidents, for the record, other presidents in other countries attend. And we see other presidents, now other countries, not attend. So they ask, the triple with presidents go, since he didn't get an option for either do virtual or for go in person. And we ask, we say, why? Is he, why he attend? Was it an essential trip or was waste of taxpayers' money? That's another question we will ask ourselves. Then if indeed he been truly need for attend, waiting now the benefits to Sierra Leone. Because then can say, if you not care for bring come, not also T-boy, then say, I do work a better pass for not incident. Sometimes then they, not in all cases. Sometimes they go to trouble, they go to scam. So like force what you get for say before, continue for dig deep.
I think you say that's what you say right now, not so. I don't know exactly what Nadiga told will say in regards to that. But yes, you're quite right when you say the options were open for delegates or presidential status people and for either come the summits personally or send delegation or do a video recording and send, because it was primarily a virtual conference.
Yes.
But they also give the opportunities and access for people who can actually travel, only if it is necessary.
Correct.
But in regards to the kind of state at which we are currently in Sierra Leone, if they've passed a law or curfew, it means there is something of serious concern to the nation. And I believe one person way for uphold that curfew day in the most high esteem for we statesman when at the president. And notwithstanding that, and we also in a red zone in the territories of COVID infected countries. It means anybody with the come out with country where they come into the UK specifically for be quarantined in a hotel, we get for cost that individual £1,750, and the person for quarantine for 10 days as well in that specific designated hotel provided by the UK healthcare authorities. So it is not still necessarily viable for make the president take that opportunity and left the country and left in people them in disarray in terms of the restrictions that we already get all over the world, specifically in London. And besides, UK now being the destination of this conference way for be held virtually. And we get a ban, not a ban, but we get a clause next to the restrictions of traveling into the UK. So to me, as far as me concerned, if I get problem inside me house, for example, I am the father, me not the papa, I get problem with me next door neighbor don't tell me say, T-boy, you host right now get some kind virus, some kind disease where if you come out na do and can't step inside my own territory, I for keep you in my backyard for maybe 10 days before I allow you for kind of my living room. So I want to make you know that for sure. And then I say, okay, no problem. I don't hear Juma. So what I go do? I go tell me picking and say, when I come out, when I make sure I say this sick way, they don't say we get so, like we cure ourselves first before we begin come on and do. So for that reason, I tell everybody within inside my household say, you got for sit down and you host, you got for dinner you host at certain period of time during the day, and when next come, you know for commerce, you for sit down inside your house because we get this kind disease we need for cure, for make we get our freedom for roam around, for interact with neighbors them. After me don't tell me begin and that day, me begin and hungry, then gumbo, hey papa, you don't do something, they struggle with her, hey papa, we not like this kind, hey papa. I say una bia, not to me put the law against you now, me begin them. Now me neighbor. And you know, say me neighbor, that they would go for work almost everything we need. And then me grab now. And I don't tell you I say una for dinner house because we don't get this kind of ban where if we go to me next door neighbor house when I do my house XYZ go happen. Then I tell you begin and say, well, by the way, I can't go to my house.
I will join it to Juma.
Exactly. I can't go to my house also. But now they could not come.
Yeah.
But guess what? I go calm myself, and I take fear of me picking them. Just fear of me picking them no more. And I go find Juma. But as soon as I remember say Juma be done ban we no not gonna host after like so many certain period of time, and if we go there, now backyard we go sit down first. But I want to see if Juma will go put me in backyard. We know me and the papa for this host. But I dey go. Alex if una agree or not agree, me I dey go na Juma in host. Let Juma go give me. So I think to me, Juma not gonna get option for drive me anyway because Juma they think logically, and Juma don't give you the option. What in Juma give me the option for now for make I think in the interest of me picking them, not just in my own interest, but also look at what in it go benefit me picking them if I not go. And look at what it will benefit me picking if I go. And the beginning, the grandma say, Papa, school fee not there, Papa, you not get money, Papa will not able for it, Papa will not get close for it, Papa will. And then that small money back when the Papa get them back, now they go take it, go stand back, and the beginning left back for struggle for get all anything in the way then the grumble for say the nuggets. So to me, is an amount of, I will not say irresponsibility, but an amount of negligence. To the part that if you have enough concern and responsibility at hand for the people and way they look up to you as the leader within their own reach, I think you forgive them that amount of respect. Say, okay, that I'm picking them. Let's just give them some amount of respect. Me didn't say understand, say, now all they plan this thing together. I get for support them, I get for deal with them, I get for the console them, they understand, say, well, Maada Bio, where you see me self not able for go, now because I want to make a sit down with you now, for me to understand this kind of problem we don't get now this host. So I go make una younger brother then go, or make una big brother go, make una big brother go talk to Juma, and anything una big brother gets from Juma, it go can't tell you. And if it's necessary for like me make a video, I will make a video. I send it to Juma.
And Juma will tell you, say, you know, I can talk over the phone, and I can do FaceTime, you know, I can talk now WhatsApp set.
Yep. So basically, I feel say I don't think my personal opinion and beyond, it wasn't relevant for the president for travel.
Okay. All right. Well, I like that you're opening there with the, you know, scenario, the way you paint for low able for break this thing down, you know. So let we start first, establish few things, okay, for the record. Like I say, now be mostly a virtual conference to a large extent. Majority of the people that we been supposed to do things or talk or even contribute, not been there in person, but they still participated and contributed to the process. That's one. And that did not kill anything for them. We get the option for go in person, firstly, or for attend or contribute or participate virtually. That means online, you know, like how we get with audience there and we did now soon our studio, we did do a program, we all participate. No, so we still engaged in the chat, we still been able to talk to them. We more or less they achieve the same thing. The only thing, we're not able to touch each other, but we they feel the connections then still there. The point is we're able to discuss the issue now. So and we get for open the phone line for letting people then call and give them feedback. So it's the same thing about that particular conference. And I know I've mentioned last time that I attended Mrs. F attend all 2 the days there. I attend virtually the 28th. I go and then get 4 different sessions. The one session where I want for participate, I participate there. When I've been the financing for, education and all of that.
Financing for impact.
Yes, financing for impact, yes. So I participate there, and then I make me comments, everything, so it's there. And then second day, now watch, we go watch and listen and see the different speeches there. So I participate back fully second day. So with president, obviously, I want to clarify that yes, with president go to the event between the session have been between 10:30. Now let me go back here. Yeah, the power of education. Power of education between 10:30 and 11:15. I mean that time they get for appear on a stage, among other people then. Okay, so he was there. I'll tell you, say the president in talk always talk on stage not past 10 minutes. Now about 5 minutes, but I want to be generous enough. Not past 10 minutes. The way sit on a stage, not waiting and talk behind here and there, but the way then sit on a stage, and not past 10 minutes. The person will actually play key role. I see him, couple of times on stage. I see him. He helped for even do this closing song we then do, then say I help for right time. And I see other videos was the Minister of Education, I think basic education, David Senge, Dr. David Senge, and David Senge, if people want to know, he was part of this global education partnership. He was a one-time board member. Okay. So I want anyway, we will go to that. Now a topic for another. The law left that one day first. But he participated fully. And we can understand because this gets for do with education, right? It gets for do with education. So they expect time for take a lead. We see other presidents that come, yes. But we see other presidents that will they admire Africa, the likes of Macky Sall, of Senegal, and Macky Sall, I think a couple of years ago, now he hosts this same conference. Okay, and I be the chair, I be the co-chair for this same conference. But in your message, online, it not come, like when you say, he record and send a message. Another president, where we all admire, where we say, Wallo country be like, now Paul Kagame of Rwanda. Himself na message is sent. Okay? So you listen to boy. Then you get the one that when are the donors, then the one that way puts the money like Norway, the EU countries, them, the Dubai Foundation, the way now one of the major donors, them. They all then send their messages them and participate virtually. They're not kind of the place. But they still contribute, then talk, then share their opinion. I actually participate in a program where I see the Minister of Education for Kenya, in Kenya, and another minister from another country where they do a virtual program, then do Zoom and broadcast. And this was live, not so pre-recorded, live Zoom, like how we do so now, so they stream live online. They participated. So if they can do them online or virtually, what's wrong with Salon? And especially what you mentioned, Tibo, where you say, firstly, we president less than 4 weeks ago, okay, and ISSF do a state broadcast, not so, and declare curfew, say we get a third wave. That means the cases then don't begin high, and as a result, it extends the curfew we've been in Sierra Leone. for say COVID is really serious. And when you extend curfew, now part of state of emergency, that one, then you don't do so. State of emergency, the commander-in-chief supposed for guide the process, because anything can happen. Also, like you stated, Britain don't put you in the red zone list, where we discussed now the other day, we discussed the impact, where it was so sudden for people there that they had to travel. You know, if you come back, you will pay 1,750 or 1,550 pounds. You know, a lot of money, and get quarantined for about 10 days in a hotel. You know, means you need to go back to normal life. Well, our president was willing to come to that country for a 5-minute appearance on stage. So I don't want to conclude it, but I just highlight that one day, T-Boy. I know you said it by research the thing there. I want to hear you comments so far. Then I see some comments then at the chat we'll be able to go to, you know, for respond to. Then there's another thing where I really want for Lord talk on, but Lord go first to you.
I think as Sierra Leoneans, I want for possibly hear you from Sierra Leoneans the way they watch currently reading at the chats on YouTube and Facebook. Please, for those who actually watch the program, and where you watch the entire program on its own, where it unfold virtually, you feel say, in your own opinion, it was necessary for we could get a presidential representation in this situation where we find ourselves at this point in time? That's number one. Two, what thing we actually learn or we pick up or we could possibly try for implement into the structures of the Sierra Leone educational platform? Because after watching all the pre-recorded videos and the summits of all the conferences we have on the structured one, then side by side, I only want to talk about two in details, if I can, during the program as we go on. When education, we set financing for impacts. I think those two are key. The other two, not that they are not key, but they are a little bit of we get serious concern, gender equality, and then the ripple effect. So basically, those are the four key elements of the conference.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, now the thematic areas they are named there. Yeah.
Do we actually pick up anything that would be beneficial to Sierra Leone in terms of the context of voting we really attend for?
Yeah.
And not just that, we go able for implementing, because some of the structures then they on the education research and the financing for impact, we are not technically ready yet for that.
Okay. All right.
Because it involves a lot. But like I say, I want to see the relevance of why we actually attend and how we will for implement some of the structures there. So where we primary background in education is not even semi-solid yet, not even solid.
Okay. All right. So one of the things as well is countries them making that commitment of, you know, contributing 20%, not less than 20% of their country budgets towards education. Where Sierra Leone, that area, this government the government of President Maada Bio don't dedicate 21% of the country budget to education. So that we don't do there are other countries that way they lag behind. And interestingly, Nigeria, their budgets to education are 6.3%. But again, we have to ask yourself question: is it just about percentage in money? But not you know, look about the quality of education. Nigeria has 6.3%, but we are glad if somebody come out Nasalo for go study in Nigeria now. Whereas it was the opposite, you know, long time ago, right? So then 6.3% whether they contribute, is it making a greater impact than we own 21%? So then all we're gonna things away until we'll get for look at. But let's go back to the chat quickly. I see Trevor Parker. You know, thank you, Trevor, for your message right there. Trevor say, This is interesting. The president, like any other diplomat, does not have to quarantine. The president was not given an option to or not to attend. Unlike other heads of state, he was specifically invited to be there. That's the authentic reason for his presence. I want to question that statement there, Trevor. So every other person was given what you call them. They were not summoned to, they were invited. And in an invitation, you have the right to accept or decline, based on your circumstance. We talk about Salon's prevailing circumstance, wherein our president announced that the third wave don't hit Sierra Leone, and secondly, a large number of Sierra Leoneans don't be affected by the red zone with them putri. So I just want to highlight that. I'm not disputing your point, but I just want to highlight.
Yes, I think I will challenge the point. Let's say specifically he was invited. Let's say he was specifically invited. Are you saying to me he cannot turn it down because of the situation?
So when I make a tell and say he was not summoned, because he said the president was not given an option. When you say they're not giving you option,
of course he was given an option.
Yeah, that means then summon you by if you're not candidate, they can jail or then go sanction you or all that. He had an option, he get a right for actually opt out, for decline and attend virtually, just like Macky Sall and Paul Kagame do. And just like the people that will put Boku money, the one that put the Boku money. Okay, I don't know if it's timely now for bringing that joke, the kind of, but I'll go wait later. Let me see. Another comment here. Of course, Matilda said 85% of the event was virtual. I and my Minister of International Development did so from Canada. So you see, the Canadian Minister for Development also attend virtually and obviously then contribute.
And these are the people spending money in Africa.
Now then they spend. Well, now bring the joke come inside now. Somebody say the country, the way they donate, they contribute, they attend virtually. The one that we go when I for go receive, that they all want go for go attend in person.
Like every guy they can't give you the money physically, I said they can go.
Yes.
Because I don't understand the logic. Because if me they give you money for build or for beef you education, and then you they pull panda money the way for take ad for beef you education, and can't talk to me where you see on a one-to-one basis, you still see me behind the screen. What sense does it make? I'm not saying that it make any kind of logical sense, because as far as I'm concerned, you save money to build on what you already have. You don't spend money for build on what you already get. I'm not going to say it makes sense.
Yeah, see, Anne-Marie say not at all necessary for the President Maada for come to England at all for 5 minutes appearance and spend so much money of the country for rent plane. Totally ridiculous. So that's Anne-Marie. Arun Pape say, honestly, the president don't care about his people and didn't show leadership. What is the role of the Minister of Education? How about the Minister of International Development? How on earth a president whose nation is on state of emergency declare by himself and just left to attend a 5-minute summit? Yeah. So these are the things. We will continue for the read the messages then from the Tibo. If there's anything from the YouTube, please share with us. Another thing where this don't come up, so we need for discuss, is about, do you have options? If you get options, then, like how Arun Pape said, did you show leadership here? What's in the way you can do way extraordinary, way you Minister of Education not for be able to? What did you do extraordinarily where you presence, where you come, where you Minister of Foreign Affairs not able to do? Okay, so now we can go to the delegation we can. We don't know the actual number, but people are claiming based on waiting on the happen, and this government used to be a government that is so transparent in announcing the number of people traveling with the president and USAI. But why this one particularly be sumu? Exactly, Safia, to say we have an ambassador here in the UK that represents Sierra Leone who should represent the president. That money used on flying should have been invested on our schools and our university students who have no money to support their education. So, T-Boy, this come now to the people that we travel. Listen, you are aware, no, so say there was an advance party
It's not a major advanced party.
No, based on your research, on your investigation, there was an advanced party we come. No, government official.
Oh, yeah, sure. There was an advanced party. That came
so there was an advanced party.
Presidential convoy arrived. Yes.
Right. So there was an advanced party. So that means people and we don't travel, we don't come force. A week or
that's
so
correct.
Before the president even come.
Yeah.
Then the president come on a private jet. Meaning we'll say private jets, not so you don't pass on our money, but they hire them privately for that trip they entourage, not a commercial way, maybe you go buy ticket to go. No, it was exclusive to the president and in delegation for flying at that jet. Now that the president went for Friday, now then Friday for carry and go England from Sierra Leone, we believe. Okay. Look at the delegation now, the one who formed the delegation. The reason I say this because Malawi got it really hard, no, so from the BBC and other place, that the same situation where we did, Malawi, they asked them, the president say, how come you travel in your delegation for this conference? And not we no more say, BBC say, conference we're supposed to be a virtual conference. You decide for travel, but you not just travel, you angry, you couch your wife, you picking them, and you brother, you son-in-law. You couch your son-in-law as well as part of the delegation. So we all laughed, we all ridicule Malawi. But we look at we own, as see visibly, apart from the advanced party, maybe don't come, the president, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Education, the First Lady, and the President in picking them. Now the delegation. So, what will be the role of the Minister of Foreign Affairs on this Education Summit? What will be the role of the Minister of Education? What will be the role of the President? What will be the role of the First Lady? What's in the role of the the president and first lady then picking them at this conference? So we get for ask them questioning it. You see, so again, we'll come back to the same thing where T-Boy asked. Was it necessary? Were there alternatives? What's in the benefits? So Sierra Leone. So if we look, also you got almost 50 people away travel come. We'll not do a head count, but by imagination, president they just go outside, getting in entourage with in helpers, then press secretary and so on and so forth. The first lady as well, the Minister of Education, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So if you begin put, now so the numbers then they add up. So T-Boy, go over to you, you comment, because they can't open the phone line just now, so people are not ready. Over to you, T-Boy.
I think you don't say them all, because at the end of the day, me don't ask the question why irrelevant, and I don't think to say irrelevant at all in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. Like you clearly say, the jetway the president fly with will have a capacity of minimum 50 seated.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know whether the jets flew in full or partly full or just the president and in bodyguards and a couple of ministers. We don't know. And previously, they disclosed the list of people that they travel with them. But I think since after a couple of months back, they don't do that anymore. It's not a disclosed figure anymore. But I want to make mention to one thing we, me brother on YouTube say. After the summit,
one for share name.
Well, Peter. Okay. Peter, one of we.
Yeah, regular,
and I think they make serious contributions then at the YouTube page over the past couple of months then, and he's been very much effective. After the summit, there was a meeting of alumni and various civil union schools with Maada Bio at the Millennium Hotel in Knightsbridge. I just make Peter understand, say I will make comments to that soon. Now, the comment I want to make is simple. To me, as far as I'm concerned, that was not relevant, period. Let me tell you why it's not relevant. If we have a budget for education, bringing in the school alumni into play in a conference meeting hall. If I was a leading member of any of those alumni, I will not attend.
Why?
Because why I will not attend? Now, because of a few reasons. One, the president's duty is to educate Sierra Leoneans. It's not my duty as an alumni to educate my past.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the president's duty. The president asking me to contribute immensely to develop education in Sierra Leone is an insult, because as far as I'm concerned, I should be asking the president to invest in education within the schools that we all have great memories of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? I will make an example. The president attended the Bo School, one of the most renowned secondary schools in Sierra Leone. Bo School is not even in the state at which we should expect.
Mm-hmm.
As an institution of education, we don't create so many great leaders there over the years in Sierra Leone and out of Sierra Leone. And we don't make immense contribution towards the development of not just Sierra Leone, but other parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Their alumni should not be responsible for rebuilding the school, should not be responsible for making sure that the school gets in status where it gets. Because what's in the country they go into by actually bringing these alumni together and asking them to contribute in developing education in Sierra Leone, it means their hands are not in it anymore. It's now up to the alumni to take responsibility, which is not bad, but I think it's wrong. Because guess what is going to happen within the next couple of years? Every school in Sierra Leone is going to be managed and controlled by the alumni. What happens to government schools or government institutions that are run by governments? Dilapidating.
Yeah, but let we forget that for a minute.
No, that is not.
No, you make a great point. You make a great point. But the meeting where the president go get with the alumni them now, the Millennium Hotel and Knightsbridge, is there no way where that same meeting they for being held virtually, where the president go able for do a conference call with their alumni and then get that meeting there? That's another question there. So it been get for CAM, it been get for fly CAM for go get a meeting, but that's that meeting they bring and come na UK in the fourth place. They say it come attend the global summit, and the global summit now in our primary conversation here, we been get options for attend virtually or in person. So you have an option.
Because
so,
even the meeting with the alumni, you could have done that virtually.
Exactly. That's my point. And what did you achieve from that apart from one I don't go to don't talk? What did you achieve?
Because the alumni then they get a mandate within the work by. And it is not government mandates.
Right.
So I don't see how you can influence me with something where already they do without your consent anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you change my mindset when my mindset is already been set?
But Tiba, you know what this remind me of? Now, like when the president been go Lebanon, at the same time where we been get we brother and sister, they be cry for let them return them. They go get meeting with them as well. They well, you know, now been come or they try for facility. Already, IOM, International Office for Migration, we already done they make plans for the people and for go back.
For the repatriation.
So now that this remind me of. So you meet with the alumni because now education business to prove what? Waiting you don't achieve. Waiting the alumni then they do different from where they waiting they already done they do greatly for building schools them, then they fundraise out of the money. But you decide for take a private jet for CAM UK. That private jet where you take, that money they always use for CAM. You know even near waiting all the alumni and able for it for support education.
I would say primarily shame to the alumni association membership that we're going to represent. To me, it's a big shame to them and a slap in their face. Reason being, I don't say if anyone can say this and that in grammar school, but where you don't begin to talk about grammar school business alumni.
No, not talk about grammar school, say alumni.
Well, where you don't begin to talk about alumni, grammar school is one of the most successful alumni organizations in Sierra Leone. So I make it don't begin ACN up. So, but to be very honest, to me, it's a shame. I totally don't have any regards for the fact that they're able for give the president an audience in that capacity, I think they should have revolted against him and turned their backs when he is talking to let them know that they are not happy with the current educational system in Sierra Leone. Peter, they make mention, say, there were nobody to be found on the streets of UK to demonstrate against the president visits in the UK. I agree. You're totally 110% right. Because people don't have the guts to do certain things now in front of the public eye to be seen. They do it underneath the covers that is covering their shadows because they are all having intentions of having political appointments or political gains or being given jobs and opportunities to go and serve in Sierra Leone, whether lawfully, unlawfully, or anyhow. That is the reason why nobody get up and do stuff like that no more. And we tell them what they do, then they say to me, we are idlers. But those bunch of idlers who are now sitting in Sierra Leone were the ones rallying with us in the UK, doing all the dirty work that civilians are meant to be doing in the name of so-called Sierra Leone wants to get better situation. And they also come back so they run the country. Currently, as we speak, and then when you protest against them, they say, oh, it's political. Now, because of our opposition I support, I don't give a damn anymore because as far as I'm concerned, if you were towing the line with us when you were in opposition, what is wrong with other people towing the line with us when you are now in governance? So to me, it's a shame for me I belong to an organization where I already, they bill me, they can't tell me how for bill them. And they can bill me also already anyway. Whether you tell me or not, are they bill me also? So who's that influence you can influence me now for make I change the structure that me also I don't begin put where you your structure where you for don't make effectively running properly in Sierra Leone, you need to do more. You can't tell me how for manage me or you need to manage yours. I will look you and then even encourage yourself with that kind of discussion because that's what I will say we are your to know better man. Why would I listen to you? When I am doing the right thing, for example, grammar school started 10 years ago. Now look who's at the day.
Yeah.
Look who's at the day.
All right.
Schools are picking up.
Tibo is on fire today. Tibo is on fire. Allow Femi come in.
La give Femi chance. Grammar school, but what for guy express
me? I just ask the question.
It's not saying we don't talk about brighter grammar today.
Yeah.
Now Balombo style.
Yeah, over to you, Mr. Palmer. I want for your young contribution so far this half. You know, and Pambulo will open the phone line soon. Over to you, Mr. Palmer.
Juma more up in our phone line too. We need for
exhaustion. Today na fete. Today na fete. Today na fete. And Tibo look like saying me dey bien. Come be me school, not jealous because I go good school and you not go good school.
Exactly.
I not go call you school, you go.
Hey, we got to school. Go ahead.
Really and truly, I know I talk, but always when I don't talk, we go discuss Sunday. I want to interject some more on a couple of things. One, not to even interject. One is a question. Juma, I want to make a check. Say the trip to the UK was actually paid by taxpayers' money from Sierra Leone and not the UK, because maybe in the area say the UK actually now then fund the trip to London. So that's yes, it's still taxpayers' money, but I believe say now the UK taxpayers' money. But we can check that day. That's what I heard. But I want to interject on Tibo in Boku Ramble we be nepa and just know. Family, and I listen to this guy. Listen, we live in the diaspora. Yeah, we are away from home, but we hold on to home because we get with families them, we get with friends, parents, children, you name it. We get all kind of people them where we truly love, and then we love with country and we love with schools them. I believe say it's our responsibility to give back to Sierra Leone in any which way we can. But I believe say instead of we just send money every time, if the president come, you know, it's an opportunity for us in the diaspora for try for influence the change where we want to see. And really and truly, if the president come and say call me, say for example, if you've been call me, not call me, but if you've been call me, I wish I could have been there to ask a few questions. Yeah, I would not possibly be there to hear all waiting again for cancer because most of it, most probably, is propaganda. If they're here to ask us questions about what we think are the way forward for Sierra Leone education, because in education they talk about, and it can't talk to the alumni them, because we get a brain drain at Sierra Leone. You know, some people hate the idea, say, then can say the diaspora then feel too much for themselves. But from the 80s or the late 80s and the 90s, we had a mass exodus of people from Sierra Leone. We had teachers in particular, because we talk about education now. We had teachers who left Sierra Leone in numbers before the war and soon after, or during the war and soon after the war. And we've never really replaced them teacher than they. Me, they challenge any of una within at this side of the fence or this side of the borders of Sierra Leone. Where una go there, una go spend some time now with schools them. Una go Freetown, una go upline, una go spend some time now with schools them. Then una come back and can tell me, say, if una believe, say, these are actual schools. School not a place where get full wall. School is a place where they teach picking them. It like you take 10 PQ, take them under coconut stick, and you go teach them wisely. That's a school. So let we forget this idea, say, we they build walls and we call them school. Our schools have walls. They have, well, some of them get walls. They have
some
roofs. Yeah, some get roof. Some not get water, this and that. But more important, none of them have teachers. Yeah. And I know see some people and they can hate me for why they talk so, but truly some of them not get teacher. And not even some, there's a lot of them. Some of the teacher, the way they see them, you know, say they not get the capacity for do the work who they expect them for do. And eventually not to their fault, it's because they haven't been trained. So we're having the blind teaching the blind. It is ridiculous. So for me, I'm just want to interject here on that with what they talk. Say, I think it's about time that we, the diaspora, get involved. And if these governments come, they applaud and say, then can ask for the diaspora, then for go into a meeting. I know you're waiting come on at that meeting day. I wish, I see a video or half a video of the president in speech. I wish I could hear and see what's happened in that room. I wish say something let me forget leaflets them with them come and distribute. I'm for love for no waiting that them plan. And I'm for love for make we tell them what we think say them for do or how we be able for help and not to just the send money. But I get that in the for talk. I'll go all down for later.
Well, thank you so much. And definitely diaspora contribution, including on education. It's something that we always talk about. However, this is, similar when the president goes on site, it will take opportunity for talk to interest groups or people the way it feels say, go able for help the country because now we all country. However, if you need for get a private jet and charter and get a whole delegation where they come na the UK for able for car all that meeting there, or this now something way for they happen regularly. If you need for come or a Minister of Education ki equally able for all that same meeting there with the diaspora alumni them able for discuss technical issues them how them for help. Because on 10 and day, it's not all the time you get the positive when you have a president. It just becomes a talk shop. People tell you what you want to hear. But sometimes when you have the technical person, this particular sector where they deal with, then able for talk hard to have because the president not the number no go panic panam, number no go say I don't want to disrespect the president and so on and so forth, or talk for talk bright, big brighter grammar, capital English, we go make the president say, oh okay, this smiles, so don't talk fine, I will appoint and I'm a cabinet and so or get a job. So, all of those things we have to understand the pros and cons of it. And do I interject? Okay, all right. So another thing we have been just want to highlight quickly, T-Boy. Is Salon gets 2 ministers of education. I think we get 4 deputies, if I'm not a lie. Or if I get them correct, okay? But at least you get 2 ministers of education, a minimum of 2 deputies. So you want to tell me, say, the one and they no more not been done do for represent that conference day. Because the Israel the city go say, oh well, what's bad if the president travel? It's bad because the president, when they travel, Now, more expenses for the country, more attention, especially at a time like this where we country, they struggle financially, for support, including education and other sectors there. Because when president, they go in security detail alone, massive. The kind of hotel where they go alone, now a different thing. The per diem alone, now double. So you will laugh about that, but it's true. So, all right, come on in and see. What you want to say? What did I say?
But I mean, you say everything are double.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, not singer. Hey, my God, it's good though. Everything are double. Juma. Yes. You see, sometimes when we talk with passion, it hurts. Because the reason can say it hurts. Somebody tell that now Coco tell that school I go.
Yeah. I saw that.
I think, to be honest, I think the better Coco tell that school I able for express myself. They want to go Cambridge and for express themselves. Say who the back end they want to want. But on a very serious note, I let go the boss use that word say, but you when I Cocotilla school you go. And guess what? I actually went to Cocotilla school.
Right. Miss I go Cocotilla. No, me na Coco 7 up now go.
But I'll tell you one thing. When I was in my Cocotilla school days, I was extremely the man you will want to hang around. I was a cool guy in school.
Okay, no go personal, no go to topic.
I was focused. I don't know the personal. Okay, Juma. Now let's be really specific here. The make mentioning of Cocotilla school, there's nothing wrong with that. I know something the person they pull me legs, but on a very serious note, let's make those comparisons back in the days. Yeah? People everybody coming out of the province, they come down to Salon. Their IQ in education was different. Totally different. And then the one they were in Freetown, what they call Salon, also the mentality is different in the IQ. Now, take for example, look at all the Frobe College alumni, the Frobites that will come up from the provincial towns. We come up from the Bow, Kenema, Kailong, Pujo, Maburka, then come Freetown for can attend Frobe College. Now, you tell me how many indigenous Freetonians them don't actually be students' union presidents at Frobe College.
Anyway, we will go to that day on a different day. We'll go talk about
different. Not
distract the program. When I come back to the presidency.
It's all under the same.
Yeah, but let we not go and I will be different arguments, boy. Okay. Please let we come back to the trip. So we have ministers of education, we have deputy ministers of education, we get technical heads, directors. You want to tell me say then one day they not for be able to perform equally because you get for do specifically with education like we say they not be able to make a case for we because look like that picking that lady. I'm so sorry that I call her picking Josephine Kamara. Yeah. See in contribution at the conference on both days. And the other session, I am president at the also be at the same session.
And you know also what impressed me with the whole conference itself? We have a very good mixture of young people, middle-aged, and women.
But mostly it was championed by young people.
Yeah, it was championed by young people. I'm quite impressed. Very impressed. Because some of the issues or some of the topic of discussion or some of the implementation of some of the strategies they already put in place, most of it will be executed by young people.
Right.
Most of them.
Another picture a lot of people not see the financing thematic area. The PQA actually moderator, Sierra Leonean, Fatmata Mansarena, the last name, he gets a middle name, and Tina Swebat or something. I know I mispronounce them here. But Now, him moderates the education, the financing program from start to finish. That was pre-recorded. He not been there at the conference, so. My salon na de ide, pre-recorded everything. She was eloquent, represent salon. The Pikiwe helped for moderate part of the session on the day, the live session on the day. The Nigerian Pikin, young lady, she was very articulate. You see them all, then come out. So, do we always need that the people at the top now them forgo, or you can still encourage other people and let them go, they exhibit their talent there for promote the country?
That's not the essence of this particular conference. We have to say, then spread out to the world, for me the world know say, this particular conference is not about household names of people who have already been there. Now, about introducing young generation into the educational facet. Because guess what? The young generation educational structures is totally different from what we went through.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they want to encourage them younger brains here so where they think widely beyond we own imagination.
Mm-hmm.
For me, to be part of the flagship pioneering these things going forward. Because they already know the technical, the IT, and the technological skills the way now some of the implementations of this new structure where education become all about right now in the world that we are living.
Mm-hmm.
Some of we sit down right now behind the back seat of offices there of directorship and all something. We can't even put the computers on and even type or use Word or use any other elements of software within inside the Microsoft package.
Now that make this is the reason why they discourage technology. Not because they know what, but because they don't savvy use.
Thank you.
So now disadvantage.
They push the young people and we get the knowledge away from their technological stuff there. So they say, oh no, but IT. And Juma, seriously, some of the implementation of their structure there, so it's way beyond we reach as of now.
Right.
Because we don't have the background structure for start that.
Right.
Now, let me just give you a few instances, yeah? Just few instances. When it comes to education.
I thought I said everybody on fire today, but
no, I'm not on fire. You have learning from COVID. What do we do? How have we learned from COVID? During Ebola, we start to implement education online. So?
Yes. And they talked about it on this conference, how the different avenues. Yeah.
Seizing the opportunity for change. What are we seizing? What opportunity of change that we're trying to seize in terms of education? Yeah? New ways of thinking about learning and education system. Is this something that we went through in our own days? No. These are all new innovations. Yeah? Transforming the child's learning journey. What is the child's learning journey that we are trying to transform in Sierra Leone? How? When are we going to start to implement some of those issues? Because they are very high concern. We get the method of how we want to implement some of the new ways there. Then an education system better fit for children. Do we have that structure for education system in Sierra Leone that is better fit for children? Do you know what's in the essence of early learning? Do we have any structures of early learning in Sierra Leone? Through play, through toys, through technology, through child innovation? Do we have it?
T-Boy, let me go back. You're absolutely correct. And then point them the way you mentioned. So, and the thing which we don't learn because, you know, the transformation and the revolution, we don't take, you know, place on how we, you know, deliver education or how they pass knowledge to people them. You know, we look at and say, we don't want for great accepted or outdated. That you not get for just travel, go up for a big college for go get university degree. Now that make the congestion day. Now that make picking and do not classroom. Now that's not now that they make the government not go improve on technology for let you get faster internet. But if you be the sure say you want for develop online learning and so on and so forth, you go develop the communication and internet and electricity. So now so you see how the trickle down effects of one thing they lead to another. But somebody joke when I go, he say even the chief innovation officer when I the Minister of Education not able for innovate for enable for prepare platform let the president enjoy and demonstrate, say, we can connect with the world from Sierra Leone, no need for take private jet for go. It costs we less than, it will cost government less than 2 million leons for the President Maada Bio for being participate at that conference. 2 million leons.
If the president get for freeze the internet system for 5 minutes, do it.
No, I don't say if it cost less than 2 million leons.
2 million leons, but come on, almost you buy this and the broadcast from Freetown.
I try for be generous.
Don't be generous. Let's be blunt. How much data you buy for broadcast from Kavala to the rest of the world?
Well, we have used 100,000, 200,000 for broadcast from Kabbalah. We put 5 gigabytes at a time.
Not so broadcast.
Yeah, broadcast, live streaming, heavy one.
On the go, live streaming from Kabbalah.
Yes.
And you know they even cost you up to 200,000 euros. Literally 10 pounds, 20 pounds.
Right.
So to be honest to you, now make me say, okay. What didn't discourage me? The first thing where the innovation minister carried us along, where they guide we now 3D printer,
blockchain, big one, like confuse all man.
And I tell you what, that same 3D printer day, now an 8-year-old used in the UK, now in mama in kitchen, and begin for do face mask shield. Right. 8-year-old.
Yeah.
3D printer, 8-year-old, not even 12, 15, or 16 year teenage girl. We're very young, picking. Where you go slap self, come on now, you fool. Now so go do beyond that. Nine creates a shield and try for make contribution towards COVID. 8-year-old.
All right.
We don't 3D printer, I bet if you know it, I reach twice.
Pardon myself. What's in they do the 3D? What's in the printer? The 3D printer for people.
Now the geographical location of how Freetown look like in 3D.
Good.
Maybe I don't know.
Anyway, and you know the ironic part of it as well. We can't talk about education. You know, President talk about the quality of education. He talk about the Hands of Our Girls campaign and all of those things inside the education. But the ironic part. NPSC results been just come out. All these the government the government funded schools them not perform well. The schools that will get the top marks are private schools. So the same routine. So what has been what don't be the benefit so far for this free quality education? Let's go to Femi.
Left for they can't fit me. Why they can't to me? Anyway, no. On a serious note, so education for me, I'm now possibly one of my biggest gripes with Sierra Leone, because you know, the health system is terrible. Lights, no day, engineers, you name it, we get beaucoup problem them. But I believe say all that they go back to education. We were done for 20-something years now, not also. So that means we've lost 2 decades, of people them we supposed for don't get educated, because I believe in the last 20 years, most of the people who graduate from FBC haven't merited what they had. Again, yes, not all I say most. I hear say one tongue na Salon Moyamba in particular. Nobody don't pass exam day in the last 3 years.
Are you serious?
Okay, so the point I try to make is,
wow,
our education system gets serious problem. You know, this government can come in and say education is their flagship program. From where they say, I said straight away, are not things that they don't do. We then begin, you know, I don't think they did their feasibility studies properly. They started to act upon sentiments. They started to act upon hearsay instead of actually, you know, once them together the money, go truly and research what needs to be done for improved education as alone. If we're not able to teach with teachers them properly, for make we teachers them get a standard, we then go able for give that knowledge they to we picking them. We picking and go they learn I'm not going to say rubbish, but they're not going to land waiting they supposed for land. You know, and then if you think about it, if Moyamba people are not pass any exam there in 3 years, we need to go and look at the schools in Moyamba and see how in waiting at the reasons them why then they fail so dreadfully. I bet you say that has not been done.
No.
You know, now so if school day, if you're not teacher, all you picking in a classroom fail, somebody they can knock now you do not. Either you're not doing your job properly for one reason or another. You know, I not understand how we go left Dandy for B. I should say other districts and they will get similar problem. Somebody just highlights Moyamba to me sometime last week.
Right.
It is terrible. As I say, it's our problem is not going to be fixed overnight. But we'll get for start. And for me, we'll get for begin think about the problem. So, as I say earlier on, I wish I was there. For able to ask certain questions them and provoke certain discussions them. You know, with the born almost speaking every day in our salon. Do we know how many kids there will be born? With them picking and they reach school going age, do we know most of them picking they were born yesterday they reach class 1? Do we know almost where they reach from 1? We know almost where they go university. So literally, if we want to quantify how much money we have to spend on education, we'll get for look by child. So almost million picking that we born as alone inside this year, and we'll get for follow that in the all the way to they done university. But I get some statistics and today why they do my research. It's terrible to read.
Right.
But I got it so for now.
Yeah, you go in there. Thank you so much. You don't dig another thing. Again, I always like for relate time to the topic of the day, the conference itself. We see the Minister for Education and we double as the Chief Innovation Officer for Sierra Leone. And of course, they recommend say every country need Chief Innovation Officer. You know, I'm laughing because I see actually the exports the word to the conference, talk and do. As we say in Sierra Leone, this is a talk and do president, a talk and do government. But you don't highlight a reality in Ayafemi. We might laugh about it because possibly not they affect you directly. Moyamba, you don't say 3 years, okay? There are other places where not even get the opportunity for get schools or people for even reach the term for go even attempt the exam, let alone dream of passing the exams first. So the minister boasted that one of the things for sure about, how serious they are about technology and education, that they not build an app where Pekin and go check their results for see whether they pass or fail by just sending a text message. But in presentation, the two beats me pass on. He say, the far areas where sometimes the person get for go uphill for let you get connection. First for able to send the SMS. He went further to say, this app, if you try, but because more people and they log in at the same time, you get for just continue for the try. When you forget lights not in at the inside and they stay will charge your phone, you all that in and then how disappointing and painful it will be for let person day in a whole district, Moamba district, then get nobody not do pass yonder. How they go share that news there among themselves? Before it was a pride for go. Education was a family thing, right? It's not just about the app. But people will go together in a school, go team up with them, picking them proudly, say me picking them pass. By the time they come on a school for camp, they don't kind of show all man, they don't stop to all man. So man don't use that results they for go and drag now. Because we have born our area, anyway, reach for give results, and they collect the result because I always they can last. So the only results, they keep they go fence out around bush, they go keep and they canals. When they ask away results, they call all what you eat that day. They get forget all, it's and all before you go take the result like a hand them in. So now that this they remind me of. Okay, T-Boy. What do you think Salone benefits from with presidents coming? Because I think we need to open the phone line now. What do you think, if there's anything?
I'm like, which did watch for you? Which are you talk? Like, over me. Honestly speaking, I don't think anything personally. As far as I'm concerned, it was a break from Sierra Leone, and he needed to have that sort of relaxed environment where he can wind down, thinking, well, okay, I will use an opportunity to go and be part of this conference. I'm only attending the conference for 5 minutes anyway. I'll take up the rest of the time and do other things whilst I'm in the UK. I'll also take an opportunity for talk to a few people around and see whether I will make use of my own leisure time. But I think so far, if he was actually thinking positively for Sierra Leone, he could have saved that money that he flew with a higher jet to the UK and all the delegates, and then just send the 2 ministers of education with their directors of education. Because you get for send somebody who actually can't listen to all this documentation of what's going to happen, get that information, and start for find way how they go implement on us alone. So personally, I think if I was him, I wouldn't have attended physically. I would have done my own recording and send it by any link where I suppose for send them. We'd only see a lot of videos they really put together in a media team over the years in regards to stuff that we have to say they want for pass on as messages. Mm-hmm. And some of his messages to the country were not live. Some of them were pre-recorded. So you could have easily done something of the same sort and then just send them back to the UK and Una represent. I mean, if we participant in way they host, will they be past, will they moderate some of the activities that we happen online are based in Sierra Leone. Mm-hmm. How will they have that capacity to be online when the president can have a maximum capacity in terms of bandwidth, in terms of technology being beefed up just because we want to attend an event online? So I don't think it was really relevant because, like I say, the comparison way we try to make with why it came and how it will benefit Salone, it could have been still benefit Sierra Leone even if he did not attend. Right. His presence wouldn't have made any difference. His absence wouldn't have made any difference as long as we get to representation. But like I said, maybe just take the advantage for take a break out of Sierra Leone and possibly prove a point to some of you if to say Salone still under restrictions and there is an amount of immunity in certain regions of authority where possibly sometimes a one for extend to the rest of the Sierra Leone community per se is not inclusive. So basically, as far as I know, I think I will say in my own opinion, no, you shouldn't have attended the event in person. It wouldn't have made any difference. For still benefits, the same amount of stuff will benefit in absence and in presence because there is a budget already being allocated to all the countries, regardless whether you participate physically or not. So your participation is just to come and see you and do the protocol of handshake and take pictures. That's all. But the implementation itself is ongoing, and it's been a project that is long in the waiting, and like a 5 years project, this or more, where they only put together because they realize there's a lot of gap in Africa in terms of education for young people, and it is a shame for make the people the way they educate, we presidents them way they can be in the future. Then they pay for their school fee, and then they pay for how they do things, not to the country responsible for their education. So basically, when they become presidents, the West gets control over them anyway, indirectly, because now they afford their education. So you literally have to pay back what you have earned from those past donors in the West. As of now, the Barack Obama Foundation, the Build Young Leaders, young potential African leaders. Do you know what mentalities are they going to indoctrinate them with? Who knows?
Right.
So that's food for thought.
All right. Thank you so much, T-Boy. And like you stated, if we're afraid say whether they shape the money, we'll not forget. We'll forget anyway. Because one thing we're good at will be big. Okay? That's one thing. And you participating online, you coming, it don't make any difference, like T-Boy stated. Therefore, still give you the money if they want to forgive you. You send your minister, you not send up. The only thing now, now more losses she puts per country for higher private jets. And like Femi stated earlier, I'll just clarify that thing real quick. Let's say even if now UK funds the trip, and this is one thing that people don't understand. Where UK government fund you, whether I for go buy soda soap or then give the feed for go make conference for una or one of the NGOs then they add all that as part of their aid package to Sierra Leone clearly and say the UK government don't give 60 million, 100 million to Sierra Leone. Not to just the physical cash we then give governments, but the technical support we then send it, the NGOs their way then give where they fund for implement programs there. If indeed what you call another fund this trip, if not 300,000, 500,000, whatever amount it cost for funds with president for coming under for 5 minutes, all that one they included, then go say now this they use for funds alone. So it go now we a budget as well. If not been debt as well, all that they don't go inside say now this then trust we. So these are the reasons why we are asking these questions. So if we come open the phone line, call +1 614.
Who's that type on?
All right.
Yeah.
+1 614 551 8694. Call and make your contribution with President in trip to the United Kingdom, waiting Sierra Leone benefits. And keep them short so we'll give a lot of people opportunity for contribute as well. Call on WhatsApp +1 614 551 8694 and make your contribution. One for which one get for say. Let me see. Tibo, anything exciting at the chat group?
Yeah, there's a serious conversation going on the YouTube page, and I think it's very interesting for know that people have their own opinion and views. And Peter, they also highlights there are so many Sierra Leoneans who are in the diaspora that wants to go and serve voluntarily for free. But I keep telling him, yes, it's true, but at the same time, these people are frustrated immediately after they are back in Sierra Leone because the environment is not really conducive to fit their demands and requirements of how they can actually teach and lecture in Sierra Leone. So we got to create the atmosphere for us to be conducive so that we'll be able to go in and apps easily. It will be able to interpret what we don't can learn in terms of learning these new form universities in Sierra Leone. Because what's not happened over the past couple of years, then they go and then get frustrated and come back. Because imagine somebody left this country where internet na click and go, and you go, for example, Kabbalah, for go teach na Kabbalah University, for example, and then you can get stuck with get access to internet. Forget that person left in family back in the UK. You get to communicate with them on a regular basis every other day. That is what is keeping him going. For making feel like, say, yes, I am in contact with my family. I am in contact with everything that happens to me in the West, and I'm still here trying to deliver for my country. If you're able to get that simple thing there, and then the next thing begin about now electricity, like now day, how you able to prepare yourself, do your research, and go back and teach the next day? Struggling. Right. You get to rely on generator, it need to make you sleepless nights. That man don't under generator for 30 years of in life. It don't become a very peaceful environment. It don't in a very peaceful environment where you need to get none of them kinds in the day. You look at another issue. Maybe Usai day, what's another day? How you able for actually live conveniently within that environment day? You know,
then ask us about been come out.
Thank you. You don't come out for more than 30 years old. You don't get water, you don't get lights, you don't get internet, you don't get access to good rules for can't go to school and come back. My brother,
and you mentioned
it's hard.
You mentioned something where you talk just now, say, oh, maybe the president will use this time for can relax. And this is the thing that pains me personally. You don't need to prove a point to anyone. You are the president of Sierra Leone, you hold the highest office. Not show them, okay, I will show them. You don't need to do that. The only way you go show them for let you impress on the people is by doing the correct thing. Okay? All right, let me, I see the calls and the bombard and the double. Like I said earlier, so 2 call then jam, but I wait for them call back. Call +1 614 551 869 and make a contribution. So the president, he's allowed to go on vacation. He get right for take vacation in family, but not I'd be in a conference for go rest. Go the conference because you need for go. Because if you do that, now you don't deprive the correct people that have been supposed for go there, for go represent Salon and possibly achieve more for the country. You don't go, they go with you. What's the first lady get for go to the conference?
Juma, Peter make mention say American Peace Corps used to do that over the years in Sierra Leone in the teach. I just want to make a few corrections to that. Yes, they were doing that, but American Peace Corps were paid. That's 1. 2, they were in Sierra Leone on research purposes. They were just called Peace Corps, but we never knew exactly what's in the motive of why they were traveling along the west coast of Africa and other parts of Africa. Okay, the point is, the Peace Corps, you can't compare them to we Sierra Leoneans, them we, for go back. That's a whole different topic because they were paid for all their expenses, that's medical, everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We get a caller on the line. Let me answer that. Hello, caller.
Hello, good evening, Sierra Gem Media.
Good evening.
How do you do?
They do very well, thank you. It's like I sabi the voice, but no, now that they call.
Okay. All right, this is Nayisi Fujalo, and calling from London. Now, this is a very important question they ask. So, and the importance, of course, Sierra Leoneans in general know for say, with presidents, ministers, all of them, now public servants, them. Therefore, whatever they do, importantly, we ask them questions. And sometimes some people in Sierra Leone will say, "Oh, diaspora about talk." With that, we will not get no reason for talk. In fact, we all get reason for talk and ask questions because the contributions with diasporans that they make towards education at Sierra Leone, it's very, very high. Diasporans, they send a lot of money, whether not for pay school fee, whether not for buy bag, or even for established schools. Diasporans then they establish schools them in Sierra Leone. So always important when a topic like this come up in terms of education, make diasporans them contribute. Now, so to the question, what is Sierra Leone benefit out of this trip? First of all, Miko say Sierra Leone, really in the big scheme of things, Sierra Leone not the benefits anything out of it. I want for make we listeners them, we all just ask ourselves, within being in this education, yeah, so we will get soon as Sierra Leone. Within this education, bing, oh, they get so. What are the function of this education we will get so? What it serve? Who say it don't take we and who say it don't bring we today? This particular education as it is. Yeah, as the education day. Because if we get an education system where we done the practice for I don't know how many years now with the practice education system, but we still day in a country where we will not get even water supply properly in our country. Where we still get school picking and this is not gone and all that. We get for question, we think being the education, if we get students they will learn engineering or they learn, I don't know, biochemistry, whatever it is in the land, we're still not able to produce medicine for ourselves, and we're able to build our own bridges and for ourselves, but so call other people. We have a question, waiting at this education, where we get how this education itself will over the years. Now, if we ask ourselves truthfully and answer truthfully to ourselves, we will see for say that waiting we don't set up as education, in fact, na a miseducation. It is shortchange we. Because, I say this because we know go say we get education, then the trajectory we all get as soon as we get small degree, the trajectory that follow when we come out of the country. Why make that they be? That they be because waiting the education, the program we mind for, it tell we say all waiting we get, it no matter now we country. So in other words, as we don't want for one away for go out. I agree the president talk then this they also say that when they talk about in human capital development, which I think it talks sense. I almost agree with them for say it talks say, well look, we'll get diamonds them. How come today, most people don't know what's in a diamond whatsoever. I agree with that. We need for at this point able for get an education system where go make we for able for polish and cut and polish with diamonds in Sierra Leone, grow we rest and thresh and meal we rest and package them and sell them, and it goes on and on and on. But we not get that kind of education system there. So then it come now to this conference where we presidents then campus. So we get for ask this conference, it will serve that particular, it will serve the needs of the country them in context of what they talk about. So in context of saying how we go look with Pepe and begin for value and market them and make with Pepe become something else, or we corn or we casada and so on. This conference where you don't can spend God knows how many, hundreds of thousands of dollars where they can spend for campaign this conference here. So hire one old plane. It go able for deliver this at the end of the day for we. Is it, in other words, if you are going to invest that amount of money there, is it worth it? It go now investment we go bear the fruit for we. In my own view, no. Why make us say no? When I listen to David Senge, when they ask him question, David Senge they talk about how Mami within a village go now receive text for say in picking results and so and so. To me, then when I look the conditions of the schools in Sierra Leone, I say the results them are made they go receive na brokat result. They go just give the result we say they fail. But whatever the case is, the education where we get right now, we then come for so. It's like I say, the weight people them, if I look now what I will call the proxy kind of investment where they come in now. Then now they look for put money in for make sure say we mindset still remains loyal to Europe, to the Western world. Until we begin for look the education system, we begin for say how will you go back now we own and begin for look at what are called education within the context of we culture. Then we go begin for say we not even need for come England. We not need for come England for can sit down for conference for can talk about all of these things. To me, it don't make no sense. To me, they could have been in Sierra Leone. Plus, if these people they also want for make sure say they want to follow the trail, then make they follow the trail, meaning they want to follow the trail in terms of see the effects of the money we don't invest. Make them go Sierra Leone. Let them go Sierra Leone. Let them come out. Let them go how they call the place Malawi. Let them go to the different countries. Them. Let them go na Afghanistan. Let them go see. Then that way they save the money from where then they go save money and put that money back into the education system. But then go see Koro one exactly the effects of what they not put in place.
Right.
Also, if we presidents so care about the education system, make it not tell we for say, well, picking the way get belly, now then they go school. That to me is not an innovative thing. What's so great about that? We for don't pass that level. That to me is the most preliminary level. That is like the basic. Of course, picking the way get belly for get right for education. Of course, they're supposed to get education. Who should ban them? Anybody will ban picking and say because you get belly there for enough go school. You backward to the lowest degree.
Right.
So for we president for if we can boast of that, for say we make picking a we get belly not in the go school. To me, it's like we not even realizing we not change na the one old elephants in backside. Sorry for putting that way, but I'm just saying that it is such the basic. We should be thinking far much more than say the girl picking to go to school, because that's what our president come to boast about, so that they go talk about AWF and we do hands of our girls. To me, the president, if he's compassionate enough, which many people are saying is compassionate enough, and that's fine. To me, taking this trip for hire the one plane makes no difference whatsoever. Yeah. I think he could have said, I'll be in my country because there's things to be dealt with here. All this money, we can reinvest them for take care of this or that, or this or that school. And send, maybe make Mr. Senge come and can talk about some of the wonderful work that he's already putting in place. You know, but I just think we have to question these things and how then they spend the money, or whichever way. I don't know where they get the money from, whichever way it is, because I'm not an accountant at all in that. But from what I have read so far, if that's the kind of money we then spend for him, then my goodness me, it's not worth it at all, considering what we get right now. Not worth it.
Okay, thank you so much, Calfoot Prince. We appreciate your contribution as always. Thank you. T-Boy, whilst we wait for other calls, please call +1 614 551 8694 on WhatsApp for make your contribution and give your own opinion. Let's ask you a question. We'll talk about wastage now, Naya. Truthfully, if you believe, say, if the president of Sierra Leone, okay, our president, His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, Brigadier General Julius Maada Bio, if you think, say, you believe, say, if now be in pockets, I mean pockets, front pockets, two front pockets, two back pockets, the up pocket here, the side pocket there. If now in pockets that money be they come out, then they get their option, then they say, Mr. President, this now you say a personal, not to with taxpayers' money, not to other country they give. If now in pockets that money be they come out, you think, say, if for being hire private jet for go England for go attend that conference rather than sit down and participate from Freetown?
Aiming for come with economy. If you really desperately want one for come. Now let me say why I feel say aiming for take economy class tickets and fly. If at all means necessary, aiming for fly come London for attend that particular event today. If you have lived a luxurious lifestyle in the past and you want to continue for live that luxurious lifestyle today, I think being the president, yes, you can continue to live that luxurious lifestyle. If you have been living that sort of luxurious lifestyle in the past, when I say in the past, I mean immediate past, 5-10 years before you became into power of authority as in the president. But not just withstanding that, a private jet hire in Sierra Leone, I don't know how much it is. You shall be almost in the hire jet from Sierra Leone to UK?
No, go under. I mean, I not get official figure, and then it will depend on whose private jet pass jet as well.
Okay. Yeah. But look, we say roughly an estimate of what? $50,000, $100,000 or more, or pounds, roughly. You're meeting.
No, call 9 coming. We I want follow we respond to, but I they put the caller on hold. You contribution pause.
No, put the caller on. Then I go do fix something on this.
Okay. All right, caller, go ahead. Tell me your name and decide the call for any contribution quick.
Yes, Jima. Yes, thanks for us again. This is Ahmed from UK.
Hi, Ahmed.
Yes. With regards to the topic today, actually for me, beyond take is like just a waste. Just like the previous speaker we just called now. I listen to all the analysis we make. That's right. When we go to school in Sierra Leone, we go college just to graduate, and we go into the teaching field. We own this there, like I said, some years back when I graduated, it takes time maybe before they approve you, get your number, before they start for pay you. And today is the worst. They follow up. I get a lot of other friends there, they still living at the sitting field. The president who already had the SHU, of course, he teach me, graduate, come back to the school, same school I teach today, Mr. Bangura. Nothing really improve. I get my friends and people who don't know the teaching field, and they up to today. Even the small countries there now, across Africa, now let's say Gambia will not be studying anything. We now so Sierra Leoneans and Nigerians and Ghanaians we will be there. And then top is sharing our way. Today, them better if you look at the statistics of the results West Africa examination country, and they do far better than Sierra Leone. I can't understand the reason with all the technocrats who we get. Say then they will fix education. The president talking of people go to they get pregnancy, go to school. It's not to the new thing. Now theory, when you do comparative education, and they tell you that Nigeria we don't do that long years back. Anybody, even if you get right to education.
Yeah, Guinea is a norm. Guinea, they get you married, you will still go to school.
It didn't have comparative education. Now, I want to on the section of education where they study education. They tell you this because
it was even a norm in Sierra Leone 40, 50 years ago. That's why they're from Roosevelt. Memorial.
Yes. Yeah. So the theory back in the day, so they put away they take a case studies where you do comparative education, they could do this system of education in Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, because sometimes when they compare like the whole topic, it tells you that. So you see, I don't understand really today the technocrats where this government out, maybe because they go abroad the story, and they will put things across. Because me, I believe we get people we fit, we deal with things who don't travel, who don't graduate, who don't get a degree up to master's level. These are people who we trust that the system, who they teach you, who come back, who begin to teach you to them, and these are technocrats. But they use them today based on maybe tribe or whatever where they come from. Why we know they emulate or we know they copy other countries in East Africa? Let's say Kenya, because when you talk of all the great writers, they will be the real books them. Let's say Tanzania, Nyerere, the theory of Nyerere in education. These are, when you go to this theory, Nyerere is telling about education for complete living. Where is education for complete living today? Where will not get technical schools, only we will go learn something, at least they will become functional. Then part of them what will do so today, Juma. Now the UK. If you look at the British, then get the technical, then get the one the way powerful. But look at the Polish. All the side will be the look at the when at the train station, railway station, all of the engineers, these are Polish, Romanians, and they learn all them, and then they do them all them. Then they train weekend all the railway stuff there, and then they fix things up. We not get now this education today will take the bookie system. This bookie system, I condemn in your theory. Say we should shy away from the bookie system and we could get education for complete living, whereby the youth, the young ones, and they train them technically. Now this make them well developed today. We will not get that. They know they talk, they know they sing, they know they make praises. But when they go no side, now is the worst. And they tell you for free, I get man the way they head schools them. Where we graduate, ways of doing the promote, without going at police, without going at military, without in the school system. A lot of them are the school system. Now is the worst. This are information so who know they cook. What to say na tribe on a politics.
We just see a video of teachers na Kenema, to be specific. We go na the resident minister in office. Because these are teachers where they don't approve, they don't get a PIN code, but they don't the months they not get paid. So you know go say they not be in the system. They are in the system now, then get paid.
They're in the system before. Yes, up to today. Before we face that point of the maybe 3 months time, maybe before when the government can decide for eliminate ghost teachers, and decide for eliminate EU teachers, because by then they go school to school, they decide for break and down before I left some now to the Gambia. They get rid of all, because by then this is go say they be doing eliminate them before come in tell we try for put that system there in place. Really, we be they go school to school monitors, so they get for all the untrained and unqualified teachers. them, they give them time, see whether they will go do that, will go do TC, for me to come back to the system and continue. So the time for elimination that the system really be work, it be there in place. Then people are just come out to say, now we can make this, or we can make. No, we don't need the system. We don't teach that the system. We get people who start from teacher certificate, who don't go from higher teacher certificate, who they go to bachelor degree level. You know, we know the system. Then tell me that all them bank all they want to be in SLQ. Tell to the present man now, they won't teach me now school. We are come back graduate, I work with a back in a Congress day.
All right.
You know, the system now he fuck up. And they tell you we get people within the system, now the top system. Juma, they tell you the system not they move any side. Them people are that propagate that propaganda no more. This is not about politics. They think in pain. We get people who they pay for our school.
So what benefit from the president in trip to the UK?
Me because I've been too busy actually with this man because I've been really one for martial out people because I see no use. This coming Kawan, this is the program where Kenya didn't benefit much of this program because now then are the co-host of this program, Uru. You know, so I'm not what this man can do where you know can technocracy within the educational system, where for can listen, for can work on things. You know, they personally come with I don't understand how really people in the time for talk this, in time for propagation, for time for make things, for cook up things. This is pure waste, Juma. You they lock people out, say you are on COVID, you are on red line, nobody should travel. You can say, why not they sympathize with the people? Then you waste money, you come out, they come, the people and they on coffee. Can't imagine, that's why they rule people, that's why they rule government. We know to talk about politics again, but me brother, we get for be very, if we not stand up, we will get the me understand that we don't cut across now, we don't go under, we don't care, we don't see. We leave me there and they go drag go to the grave, sir. We know that it. We really get for do something.
Thank you so much.
All right, okay, brother. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah. All right.
T-Boy, I will come back to you. So something interesting, we talk about comparative education and all of that. So let's forget Kenya for a minute. You will say they're our co-host here. But we have our neighboring countries, Guinea and Liberia. Now Liberia, now the Minister of Education, I attend. Guinea, now the Minister of Education, I attend. And the Minister of Education, I tell Minister of Foreign Affairs, the President, and the President in Peking and all that. I see Savia to comment, he just make a boss laugh, just but continue.
I think it's very interesting for bring education for what in the word again?
Let's say for livelihood kind of thing.
Okay, education for survival or education for livelihood. I think we lack a lot of that in Sierra Leone because if I can say that with authority, the fact say useful highlight say why make we go hire expert straight them for camp build with bridges them, construct roads and put your building and structures together. It means why we get the faculty of engineering as Sierra Leone anyway, because if we're learning, why aren't we implementing what we are learning? And also the most disgraceful one we see the video where the man responsible for investments in terms of creating infrastructural development in Sierra Leone put together for introduce the Lunge Bridge. That video was poorly put together and the narration was sounded by somebody who doesn't even know how to pronounce Sierra Leone properly. And you're representing in that video without a Sierra Leonean accent attached to it. To me, it's a disgrace. That's not just that. And if we were talking about developing the human capacity in Sierra Leone, we should be able to utilize it as much as we are saying it. It means to me, if we build bridge, then we self not strong. At least look, we begin and begin try for see how they build small local bridges them, and then they begin grow from small local bridges them to slightly bigger bridges them. So maybe massive scale bridge structures. But you then get for start from somewhere. Then get for gain that experience there. No need for send them come Europe and come study and then not go back salon for go implement, because that is what has happened over the years. People in the way come out salon with and say, oh, they send people can go outside and go learn for come back for can give to the community. 90% of them never came back. Because after studying, they realized, what are you going to do salon? I work for 2-3 years, man. Work 2-3 years, you don't want 2-3 4 picking. You don't settle. Never going back home as person where they'll go back to society. And when some of them gets to the age of which they can't really do much anymore, that's the time they want to go back home and participate. Yes, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I think when you're actively young enough, you can play a pivotal part in terms of developing the country more so than when you are retired. At your retiring age, you're more or less becoming a consultant. You're not physically going to the field and actually look at some of the things that these boys are doing practically for you to be able to supervise and advise them better. Because you can still do what you do as a consultant from the drawing book, even if you're not in Sierra Leone anyway. You can still do that. So I think we got to look at that capacity there and see how they develop with practical skills or tradesmanship. Because in the UK, I think the way how the world they go right now, if you just rely on an office job, you literally get to go out of job within the next 5 to 10 years, because everything else that you see man can do will be computerized. Even when it comes to security nowadays, when one of the most lucrative jobs within the communities of Africans in the diaspora, is slowing down, and they cut down slowly, because then they install 30 cameras in the building where they don't need nobody for secure the building anymore. They put 15 sensors now.
Sometimes we need 10 people and just need one person for operate all the 30 cameras. So,
that's it. Also, they need lock for lock the modern doors. They all get sensors then anymore. You don't physically lock the doors again with your hands.
It's remote locks. Yeah.
So there is no key room. There is no code room anymore where you go talk to. They go put the stuff in a key room, and then you get 500 sets of keys. You begin identifying one of these doors, and it doesn't happen no more. It's all coded. So again, the lucrative jobs the way they so daily go crazy for go do or for go get, then they fade out in the next couple of years to come.
Right.
Because all of them jobs then they go for being manned by IT people. So if we're not extending beginning IT skills, they will not be jobful. They will be jobless in Sierra Leone. And guess what? If we technology in our salon not increase, not improve, not fit for purpose, we won't be able to do business with the outside world. Because Femi will testify that I think during COVID, in workload becomes extremely high, because guess what? People don't fly anymore like they used to fly to go to conferences all over the world. Now all the major conferences have been held online. Video conferencing. It makes things easy. It cut down costs. Flight and they complain. Now they only fly you because you want for go enjoy some amount of luxury in those different parts of the world, but not because of what you're going to contribute to that particular conference anymore. Because you can equally do so at the back of your room. Now, COVID will make things even extremely worse. Even the office spaces are not even relevant anymore. Most of the board of directors or managers in so many different companies now then get a video conference room in their own homes. And then they pay them for that, because the cost of traveling, then they slash them and then put them into your cost of using your environment as an office space. So most of them don't buy new homes and create a room space within an office space where it's fully equipped with video conferencing materials. You don't have to go to your workplace anymore. So imagine that is the new atmospheric condition of the workplace to come in the next 5 to 10 years.
It's now, not 5 to 10 years.
No, when I say new, it will be predominantly that.
See, boy, I have not been at work for over a year and a half going.
Physically, yeah, I agree.
Physically, I not go there. I sit down at meals, I work, I do the same work what they do in my workplace effectively. I don't need for deal with anybody. You know, for say
you can't afford for go salon for do that job there because the internet will give you access.
That's it. Like by now for the na salon, that would have been nice because I don't need for go reports to anybody. I did a salon, I work and they see everything what they do.
Thank you. You know the parents in America go down, you go abandon your house in America, you go primarily live in a salon.
And that money they were for being they get snayas where they pay me in a salon and for use and for help more people and do a whole lot of things. And when at the salon they are going to invest them, but hey, you know.
So again, we have to prepare the mindset of young people. And some of these conferences in way we can take part. So now some of the implementation they done in there. Some of the structures have to be ready. We innovative minister get for prepare the mindset of the younger generation coming up. You get for give them access to computerized technology within their schools, primary schools, early learning. The essence of early learning, children education, what's in the implementation of what I don't begin for put in place. If the university not a computer, they go provide them for kindergarten the way in a nosegay. Think.
They say catch them young anyway. So
we really have to think whether we are really serious about education in Sierra Leone, because otherwise we are joking. And why they see people they make noise, oh, education is key. Education is key. How are we implementing that key? Oh, they say education is in Sierra Leone.
You see again the sad thing, like you stated earlier. Let me say you can at the conference for the people that they can meet for can't tell what you achieve. Don't get you country statistics say NPSC results don't come out yesterday. All the government funded schools they're none pass. The previous year results come on at 4% of all the people that will sit exams that they pass WAEC exam or what you call up WASC exam, you know, 4%.
Is that what we want?
Why we not see why Gambia and presidents no can?
My brother, Gambia is one of the most scary things right now happening within the west coast of Africa. We will not even take notice of. Trust me. If you watch, majority of the expats right now that are going to West Africa are based in Gambia.
Yeah.
They are based in Gambia.
Because they develop in technology.
They operate from Gambia. Imagine Salon have been a hobo, but now the hub don't become Gambia.
Yes.
Because why? Gambia is technologically surveyed. They have a smooth technological atmosphere where they make it easy for them to operate within that sub-region. Imagine that. Imagine stay Salon with the closed institutions, them for major institutions, then go win the headquarters in our sovereign countries, Guinea, Gambia, and Liberia. Imagine that. And when they talk about development or infrastructural development or education, Gambia used to survive through the educational system of Sierra Leoneans, and it's still there in existence. Sierra Leoneans are heading Gambian institutions right now in Gambia as we speak, as head teachers, senior principals, and head of certain faculties of education in Gambia. It's serious. Now, elect the non-elect salon? No, not to elect the non-elect salon, no. But we don't have the atmosphere for inclusion.
Right.
How on earth I go left Gambia, where we've been better past in so many ways, and decide not for camp salon because of simple technology we will not for catch wait for. Imagine that. And we still fit to say Gambia is survived by Granate anymore, not even tourism anymore.
Yeah.
Not even tourism, because even their tourist industry is slowing down. It is slowing down because now for flights from here to Gambia is not as cheap like it used to be anymore. So basically, tourism is not even their forte anymore. It's education, infrastructural.
The basic infrastructure they for develop, we not they develop them.
We don't.
But we make with a clap quick say we better pass the other worst country.
No, we're not. We seriously are jokers in Sierra Leone in terms of what we do.
Hello, caller.
Gambians. Sorry, Juma.
Sorry.
Yes, Juma.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I just want to buttress on what Tiboy just mentioned, you know. Yes, because you know, now side way me don't live and I don't teach the of the international level. Na Gambia.
Okay.
Exactly what they tell you so, as if you did it. I tell me, brother, all the top ranking schools in Gambia, from the international school, Marina International, that's the top ranking schools we're in a British system. You know, you go to CBEC International, you go to Zenith International, you know. this now the schools only deal with the basic system exactly. We see that expatriate the kid and they want to people and the Oka embassy or whatever. You know, when a Gambian says so in a Gambian picking when they born in UK, America, they return them back home for good land. When they come back in America, some of them are doctors now. I teach for more than day. When some they engineering and they do not engineer because American born picking there. Understand? And I tell you, the head of department for mathematics at the schools and the chemistry, physics, when they come and then 12 subjects, they don't get Gambians them. They don't get any Gambia. We see that Gambia will be teaching in a salary graduate. Now few. Now more of this way they finally bring guys from Sierra Leone where I've been there for countries where they pay them as expatriates them. But look at Gambia today. I tell you, Juma, where they mark for WAEC in Gambia, within 1 week, you money don't go to your account. As you finish logging this to the account, not so kuku you go to go come. Imagine WAEC when a private the same WAEC they operate salon. Right now, WAEC they pay mark na salon. I get me friends where they pay mark. Now next year they get the money. Not to this year.
So then the next year they get paid.
Now next year then they pay na right and sanitary so even the coordination just done. The school I get people away. Then so I say something na heads of na supervisor or whatever. They're not getting money this year. Imagine when they tell me, I say, "Sir, why?" I say, "When I just go work no and just pay for the phone number and our phone." You know, can just find it like a fund now for just go make like a joke or whatever. Because I can't imagine that. When I'm in the market like Gambia, 1 week, 2 week money, they don't wish they don't take a big ban, they don't calculate. Even the motoka way are the usually driving, they charge them for that. If you know the pay, then they give you transport allowance. If you now transport all in our motoka, they buy you fare, they refund now. The system is so organized at that place. You know, Jamaica actually try. Imagine this guy not to better education is so. But he puts things in place, not to free education, the guys and they pay, but the boys and they pay, but the guys and they pay like a minimum, just like how the past government in the Luna Sierra Leone no more, we be say it flourish. Because the system in Africa is funded by the EU. Yeah. All the education system, they are now EU, they fund them all. You guys, African government are not getting money a day. We see them get the job, like saying and they spend money, not to them. If you see people they don't understand, and we get the thing, the irony is, people and they will understand the system, they sit down, then bomb. They never do nothing at this. They know they don't see them kind of lie in the like when they come for a bunk or for talk against them. No, just because of politics. The people that will choose some in Gambia, all this salon, all the go FBC. Imagine the result when they get to Gambia, then the FBC they flourish. Gambia picking again me because me board I picking. It's streets. In fact, the first itself now I get some science, physics. Because the second one in face not to any party results, not to income.
Wait,
the way facing it are different.
Wait, Ahmed, wait. Reverse.
The second sitting, my brother, not to face the person we can face now. But doing cover self, not to face who the PC me brother and picking, not to face the new results. I say when I go check again, what the number and the number now the same, not to face it. This second one now the last one now three say nursing, no, may go do some nursing, may go do private at the P. May go do the private because he want to do nursing. The first result will be far better because he gets from 3 credits, he gets now only language. I think he gets chemistry and all that. So I say the second one not to face candy. Now that person face the but the number in a new number than he not to face the name. I say what can result this? The second one, this third one, last one. He said that's it. We not go spend 3 years. The situation more. And as umbrella, I say go do the nursing. After that, go the complete nice choice. Maybe you get for fine way for going to university because a waste of time.
All right.
At the age of 21 now, they take hours up to 3 no more. They begin then they break down from the school system. Look na England now. Because the way we situate them can now so in Africa, and I know them in back now. Then they try for push every picking gets your level now by age. They no waste the time na the school system. So that at the end of the day, if we go for go do mechanic, you go for do that thing, or you go for go be physiotherapy, or they go tell you that side if you know one go cognitively. So you alone, I don't understand how they put on the education system. The education system is there in three ways. They know that one day. These are technocrats. Not all man will go to divide with you cognitive aspects and the other areas a way for develop. This system from the 6334 system where they brought in 1995, when Tanzania, where they look at the theory of Gerere, and they implement it straight away because it was implemented by Ghanaians. Ghana and Israel all over Africa, then they endorse them. The 6334 system of education was endorsed. It did a crystal clear. The picking for the bill of the institutions say, yeah, who go make air, who go make if na soap is make soap making and this. It did they. But they shy away from all NTI because they become dropouts and they get belly at school and they get belly at street and born because you don't get nothing for do. After you know pass O level, you don't go no side again. Look at this church and crowd, they look at Pam. How many they shoot the exams by batch? Then boku no tears and I guess picking me uncle picking where they pay for. Then Zuma, the thing for talk. I don't understand how them people are really. You want the day me I can blame my friends and sisters for the teach and the system day. They then guy they know they even my own big one the way they teach me, when they still in at the system say they are the JITs and the SLTU, they know they talk before they grumble to we.
All right.
They know they talk. The system just rotting.
Okay, thank you.
There were if you not be careful, they die big, they drag you to grave. I tell you, there the system. And you go fair way. Make we change the system. We not care about politics, but make the system change. Otherwise, we go suffer.
All right. Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you very much. I want for Chelsea, boy. Thank you for that contribution. Is right. He's really right. That side the way we do, I work with the system. I work with the international system. I work with the secret.
T-boy and a half Gambian. If you don't know.
Well, okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, you're
thank you.
All right, okay.
No, but it just take me to the reality of what we go to no more, and I think it's sad. It's a very sad situation. But yeah, we have to look at some of the basic. We have to look at some of the basic, like where I'm going to make mention of the 634. I don't know whether the system that we'll go to, but we do the
and after we batch them.
After we batch, okay, fine. So basically, as far as I know, age was not too much of a concern in our days going to school. Because we go to school, people will be actually fairly older than us. We were like, seem like the younger boys. You know what I mean? But what
backbenchers, they have APC, don't be.
Well, exactly. The bigger boys are always at the back because they shame because of their age and their heights and everything. But we not actually take age into any kind of consideration. Because to we were all seen as equals. Now, sometimes we go out for make big man and they say, you have to tell me, I can say, one of it say, imagine in the same classroom, I guess, and say, look what you fool. But then I just went over the take for work with big one then.
Right.
Yeah, but still, we've been able to interact and get that common knowledge of sharing ideas. We'll be go dormant school, they go study together in groups of 5 or 4s. We'll be actually pair ourselves up. And we will pair ourselves up with the people that we're not been too smart enough so that they're able to develop within our own team. If we get anybody who is now squaring this guy, we will push you.
So all man carrying comping. It was a support.
Exactly.
Because all they play together, you know, one for left behind. So that person they're good at something. Sometimes sabi play ball. So na need na on a team na they go na the next class. Sometimes I sabi draw. Una for draw. Or sometimes I, you know, sabi dance for una so you get for represent una pandiscorama. All kind of things, you know, for Femi shaking. I think Femi never dance for in class. Femi come in.
Femi like a Jackson, you know that.
Yeah. Femi come. How are you?
On a good problem. Seriously.
No, but let's see. Peers supporting peers, yeah? Doing them. Everybody they carry each other. Families them. If you get Motokana the area, you're able to carry everybody go school. If now you're able to hire a teacher, people in the country you can study. If now you're not a teacher, you get the other picking them for camp house and can study. So everybody was carrying each other. Over to you, sir.
You're right there. So on that note, we'll be in Lomli. We'll move from Central, I go Lomli. I've been go Gamma School. na empty motor bin go drop. You know, we get big jeep motor then in a jeep them in few and far between. We get a I think it's gonna be a Land Cruiser. You know, they are even getting plenty seats in the back.
Right.
So when they go school, we they pick up all their school picking them front Lumley police station because they have been tapped. And literally when we reach Nagama school, then they drop me, then go girls school, then drop my sister, then go Prince of Wales, then drop my cousin. With all the other schoolmates them. So me I not been get skink, you know. I still not get skink. So I been always take all them about them. So I remember one guy been doing at school, Nagama school, not be like my business. For one reason or another.
Okay, we get sense passer.
Maybe. He tried for bullying me in a school because I not get skink and able to talk. You know, he been feel to say he get the upper hand. So one day night Asian for slap me. Unfortunately for him, we get one guy we been named Kamfo Cheng. He actually in Jibrila, but he been do some martial art and he call the man Kamfo Cheng. Now Kamfo Cheng say we Kamfo Cheng get that dandy. He display all in karate moves by this guy.
We been on it again.
We been on it again. I mean that day in Gamma school, Femi become king. Nobody no Chris touch me again. But you see, so now and go and come, as you say, you know. But apart from that day, we been go lessons to our Mr. Williams, now Wilkinson Road. Because na me they care some of them guys to go school and sometimes with the either with the Waka Canals or if Motka come for me had the bring canals, we became very tight friends. Yeah. So even when I begin going listen to Mr. Williams, some of them actually follow me. So you see, so and Mr. Williams been a take with lesson. I don't know which time in the financial agreement with them and some of the other one them, but you know we all take maths and physics lessons together, and all because they followed me along. But these guys protected me at school because I was weak. So as you see, you know, I'm not gonna say the downside, but you know, because I don't been get you know, the stature for faith for myself in some playground them. But I mean, get money when they do that and then myself in the help them to side themselves lack. But apart from, you know, supporting our peers, there's something called peer pressure as well. You know, in a way you go say bad or make us say competitive spirit. Yeah, so competitive spirit, some people don't go say bad, but it's actually good. They can say most picking the winner one game picking in us, that picking in development slower. When it gets older ones them, it develops quicker because it did try for race in big one them. I think Sierra Leone is now missing that competitive spirit in many things. You know, when you talk about sports the other day. We talked about sports the other day, and we've been around intersect. Yeah, we get all kinds of sports stadium. Now imagine with the Olympics, so we not even get runners them. We go able for you know, go run for Sierra Leone. We been get school leagues them. I don't even know what's happening to school league right now. You know, in the classroom we been get all kind of quizzes them. You know, I don't know what's happening yonder. So we seem to have lost a competitive spirit, and because of dandy and we don't set all man don't settle. These are problems. So how do we really move forward? How do our kids learn how to compete? Because in this world, they get for learn for compete from the day where they abundance from the day we were born. But even before we born safe, we they compete. Somebody talk now so the other day say it takes 20 million sperm. Forget a woman pregnant. Now one gets sperm they get a woman pregnant.
One way for
so
make you survive.
1 in 20 million. So imagine from where then conceive we the fight. Yeah, then now we they ready for teach we picking and say for faith no good. For faith good. I'm not saying they should go and, you know, take arms and fight. I'm just saying they should learn to be competitive. May they learn forget the grades them where they need for go forward in life. But again, if we government no make the schools them relevant, as in Tibo been talk, but Tibo which side what do we talk? Technology or the lack of technology now in schools them. How we picking and go able to compete? We teenage picking in a school in England and America. Far superior pass we graduates them. in technology in Sierra Leone. I'm not waiting for Sibo more than the. That's for me, that's sad. We imagine, say, 12, 13, 14-year-old picking them doing IT or doing any technical field far superior than the one they would graduates and salon.
I was shocked. Thank you so much, Femi. I was shocked the other day where I read the new chief minister with the boast. Say, well, now in the able to do performance monitoring from your office. You just go in dashboard. It makes us like I'll laugh it because they know how for pluck one, technical word terminology and spread them out there, just like how T-Boy talk about the 3D printer. They did a whole video with the president, showing him how to use this 3D printer, waiting the 3D printer they do, it makeup. But your school don't, the schools, they not get a desktop, they not get internet, they not get lights for the people that were actually supposed to learn some of their, software skills here, so and programming skills them for able for build something, innovate something, we will benefit the country. But we did a whole video showing that, this is a success because the DSTI office don't do this, then get 3D printer, then cable for do this. So let's say government change hands tomorrow. Waiting the DSTI office left for continue with. So is it going to be then we go start from scratch again? That's it, or we forget about that? And what the money all when they don't spend at the DSTI office, what is there to show to the people of Sierra Leone?
What's in the DSTI?
What you call Directorate of Science, Innovation and Technology, or Technology and Innovation, office. We're headed by.
So within the past 2 years, what have they brought into the table for technology?
Well, they get an app for late parents, they check their results.
Then our school begin working at this country. What have they implemented in terms of technology?
3D printer, with the presidents, in a president.
I mean, I'm sorry for an 8-year-old within a kitchen for what's in the food for talk about improved technology.
All right, let me think about it. I'll come back to the next program.
No, but honestly, you see, I ask you then kind of probing question there. So these are some of the questions we should be asking the minister.
Yeah.
Go on, Mr. Palmer.
Yeah.
You ask a very good question, T-Boy. And now I can't say about me school.
When I get to the printer.
Now I can't say about me school. I don't see you go for the inside me trap. I've been angry for you.
I don't say this, they can't start with that.
So I don't know what in the minister and the government they do. But in the grammar school, we don't set up we own technology lab. And we train we picking them on how for code. So we got a STEM project where they go on and we did do quite well. There's still room for improvement, don't get me wrong, but we don't start. And throughout COVID,
the beginning.
Throughout COVID, we the diasporans worked closely with the school. We set up virtual teaching where our kids were taught from afar. So as I say, not to the end, but we don't begin. And by God in power, for the watch also we they go.
And that is very important. We appreciate Una contribution. So you see, Una starts way before the president come meet Una for come talk to Una for go back. So it's already things that you're doing. So why the president get for travel all the way for come talk?
Well,
Una set up.
I say, if me not being part of the alumni, especially from grammar school, I will not attend.
Yeah, can I bad name no more? I know.
Can I bad name?
Yeah.
Because then if we don't send family go actually represent because
no.
Why?
The next time when they send them for represent, so you see when I forgot to the president, they're not appointed. You see. Now this thing
tell me why.
Is that the next weekend?
Honestly, I've been for love for go. I would have loved to have been there because I think, say, sometimes I mean for push. But saying that, I don't know if the one that we go being gets the opportunity for ask the relevant questions. That's the long and short of it. I believe, say, the alumni that we go would possibly have tried their best. I think, say, from what I hear, they didn't give them enough notice, so it would have been hard to rally around all the other members and see whose kind of question that we can go ask, blah blah blah, or who that them for actually go. But I believe, say, the one day they lead the alumni them, either the executive then go or then pick relevant people them for represent the school. But T-Boy and Juma, yes, the grammar school, they do a lot on science, but as I say, it's not the end goal. The Sierra Leone problem, na big problem. As I said before, we need to begin quantify exactly how much education is going to cost. And I don't believe, say, the government really and truly gets an iota of an idea of, what's that money they be. So
Are they willing?
That's well, I don't know. So that's where we need to start. In grammar school, the old boys, we can only do so much.
Yeah.
And girls, because I know some of I don't know say grammar school we actually get women them. So not to just the old boys, we get a few women we go with school, we then serve the parts of the association and we they try. And the community as well, they help we did this year during COVID, we did a few fundraising activities where we raised boku money, and then money then didn't go directly into the school.
But like T-Boy stated earlier, it is not the role of the alumni.
Yes, I agree.
So they just enhance. You understand? Whatever they do now for support, this is government thing. Government has to.
Yeah, okay, but the grammar school is a bit different because the grammar school is actually now a semi-private school, as you know.
Yeah, well,
I know that.
So
it's primarily
we work for the school. Yes, we pay subscriptions monthly, yearly. We do fundraising activities, and we hope for, well, not with the hope, we actually get old boys and they work within the school. Some way they not tongue, we then go holiday, then they work. I will go holiday. Well, I'm not holiday. I go for me family burying in March. I met a young man there working in the school. He come up from Niaso. He goes salon. He not go work in the school, but whilst he's there, he lends his hand. He's literally at the school most days. Throughout the days, they help them with certain things. We get people that within IASO, where they work, we get full-time jobs in IASO, but are working constantly with the teachers, with the principal, So, but yes, we don't start, but we need government help for make we able for push education forward. If the country lacks certain things, no matter what we will do, we'll not go able cover all the old and the gap we the thing them we don't happen at salon don't left them big, political issues, war, mudslide, you name it, Ebola. We have a lot of problems them we get for tackle, and one man can't do it alone. Education is an expensive thing. Even England self they struggle with education. This a gentry country. Imagine poor country like we. But as soon as say we get for start somewhere, and from my own point of view, we need for begin look at the numbers. I'm a numbers man. I always push for the numbers. If we tackle the numbers, sometimes we know we'll able educate everybody in our salon, but our percentage will go up. Because if we not begin tackle preschool, the beginner where they end up go for class 1 and above, they not get the right foundation, so they're always playing catch up. So that's why I said we need to go look at almost picking with a born and how we they take care of them picking from birth till we then done tertiary education.
Right. Well, so as you say, so that's the more reason why we for ask a question whether it's necessary for the president for spend all that money wherever I get them for travel for come a global conference where that money they for being go in for solve some problems them we go push education go before. And if we reach here, we will come round up. So I'll go to T-Boy for let you give a roundup statement, and then Femi, and then we close today's program. Over to you, T-Boy.
We don't cover a lot in terms of education and the reason why the president's supposed to travel for Ghana to the UK and how it benefits Sierra Leone. The reason why we raise that question there, now because of few things we have to say relevant at some points. Education is the key to every nation's development when it comes to technology and an environment for improved learning for younger people, old, and possibly pensioners, because pensioners too learn, because there is nothing wrong with learning even though you're old. So I feel say some of the reason why they ask 10 questions they are so that because we want people them within our communities to be accountable. And when I say accountable, accountability starts from the bottom to the top. Because if we begin just target the people living at the top for be accountable to what they do in our own capacity as serving the nation, and then we forget about the one living at the bottom, they make a mistake. So we always start from the bottom. And when somebody attains a position of trust in Sierra Leone, doesn't mean you're not questionable. Doesn't mean we should not ask you questions. Doesn't mean you have liberty to do whatever you want to do. So I feel say the problem we're getting at Salona, the fact say we build cocoon nest, we build things them around people and way they in authority, we make the nuggets no access to be reached. We make the nuggets no ability or potential for respond to people that call. We make them they get the priority for say I can do whatever I feel like because I am in this position of trust or authority, which I think is wrong. So some of the reasons why they ask this question whether Sierra Leone benefits now because we all know, and sometimes I wonder why we were not in a position of authority in terms of the capacity of ministers, parliamentarians, presidents, and other stakeholders within the different facets they will get in a salon. No, they see their mistakes there, so. No, they see their errors there, so. No, they see their loopholes there, so. Either it's by choice, they have selective amnesia, where they choose and select what thing they forget or think about, or then deliberately feel say, some of us are fools, we don't know what we are saying, we don't know what we're doing, or then just feel say and get the monopoly rights for doing anything and get away with it. Yes, you can, because we don't in our society where accountability is poor. We have a judicial system where they're able to take responsibility for the right things and we put wrong attached to them. We get a system where we feel say they work, but they work because it only works for very few people within reach. So we get to look at all them things so and ask this one question to the possible fit for change narrative. I remember clearly when President Maada Bio came up with the agenda of the new direction, it was all clear cut to say we are going to change the narrative from the worst of what is happening over the past 10 years of the APC government to something totally different that will be inclusive for every Sierra Leonean, regardless of your political, religious, or gender. It means it was a free flow for all. Are we still being in that same situation today as we speak? Accountability was one of the key issues that they actually projected to say would be on the platform for every single member of the government institution. Are we still practicing that? Or are we still seeing that sort of practice being going on in Sierra Leone today as we speak? Let me ask yourself a question. When it comes to education globally, compared to not just we communities around we, but let's think globally. The education we will be proud for giving picking in at the diaspora or other parts of the world, is it the same education we are proud to give our kids if we were in Sierra Leone? We get to think twice, because if we make state education is the key to everything that we stand for, and it is the key to every nation's development, we don't see them physically don't unfold. Now, so many different parts of Africa, we will not really expect. Part of Africa, we don't go through the worst in terms of destruction, natural, human, and other means of destruction, but then still don't change, and they don't reform their country don't develop, their country still develop, their country still get potential for develop, to the extent that we self don't begin encroach into their own territory just because we want to educate your younger ones. Let's think. We used to have this platform in Sierra Leone that we call the Athens of Africa, the University of Sierra Leone, the University of West Africa, the university where they educate almost all West Africans within the sub-region. The university will actually produce one of the first female journalists in the world, may her soul rest in peace. The university, we don't claim so many dignitaries there. We don't get people who don't want other institutions that are all over the world. To the extent that we have a university graduate, somebody we don't come up from this so-called Sierra Leone small country. We don't head a judicial system far away in the Caribbean. Somebody we don't head judicial system next neighboring countries to us. Somebody we don't head a lot of other institutions all over the world. Somebody where they in serving governance right now, we don't head one of the most important organizations in West Africa. Are we really serious about education in Sierra Leone? I think we should think. Not just think, we should actually evaluate the education system where they exist right now and take it back all the way to our days, not our parents, ours, and make some logical comparison. Are the lawyers, the doctors, the head of parastatals that we have today are the people we actually want to be in that position to run the country for the next 10 years, to serve in government office, to actually execute their duties because we believe that they have the potential to do so? Let's think. Is this the Sierra Leone for all or Sierra Leone for few? When it comes to education, let's think. Now, the education issue, one for give picking a wood, the pool and salon, the green and Canada diaspora for can study and go back and do the same thing. Let's think. That's what I would say. Let's think whether this now the Sierra Leone and the education will want for give picking and wood the bonus salon. Let's think whether this now the Sierra Leone and the education will picking the wood and study now the diaspora for go and implement. Let's think whether this now the Sierra Leone who want to brothers with sisters them for go back and volunteer and contribute to us. Let's think whether this is not the Sierra Leone, we get the same mindset as the Sierra Leone we feel to say we don't left 10, 15, 20 years ago. So let's just think in our own little corner, just for a second. If that's the Sierra Leone we will want to go back and sit and serve in government offices, and serve in head of parastatals, and serve in ministries, and serve as the first gentleman or woman. Let's just think.
Well, thank you so much, T-Boy. And T-Boy said, let we think. I've been telling us, T-Boy is on fire today. And I think we get for make him official that again for the wear locus every program.
Brighter grammar.
Yeah, brighter grammar. Every program, locus brighter grammar.
Lots of brighter grammar, no more.
Anytime where I'm, he's on fire. So over to you.
My mother is at home. But I can finish her.
Me no sabi.
Abadi, where they say go nursery. To win a of course nursery we go. Go school.
All right, over to you, Femi. Let's get here your rounding up statement and let we close to this program. So we left people and go home early because get for one mop for the other one there. Chai.
Okay, so I think I don't talk Boku today.
You don't talk Boku sense today.
I don't talk Boku today. I want. It's a sad. This whole education thing is a sad thing. You know, in we lifetime, we don't see Sierra Leone in many aspects, not just education. We don't see Sierra Leone go down the drain. As I said earlier on, some people are not the because of what they see. Then things will be highly critical. You know, when you can at this side of the world, where you switch on the lights and lights come on, where you turn the pump and water on, you do understand the difference. You know, I met a guy in Sierra Leone who traveled to Ghana for go take visa. Before he traveled, he was Mr. Sierra Leone, praising all waiting the happiness salon. Where the man go take visa in Ghana, where he go see how the country dey, he realize say waiting we get na Sierra Leone and nothing. So we need to change. We need to change. We have some of the answers, not all of them. And some of them, they are some of the diaspora. So if we president come, let's not be too critical in whipping him. If he used that 10 day properly. Because Juma T-Boy, I know people who are heads of departments there na secondary schools them, people in na universities them, na this side of the world, we train full in a salon. Then go school, then born, go school, train na salon, England, and they're working at top universities, top schools. The heads of English departments, salon boys at the top of English departments at England. Yeah, they're top na maths schools them. The headmasters and headmistresses na schools, secondary schools then we have the right people. We train them people as on a salon. Some of them train na FBC, some of them train na Jala, some of them train na Miltimagai. But we not get that knowledge they again na salon. Let's our government engage with us in the right way and see how we can take some of the knowledge from Yaso for EPCO develop our country. Our country will never get developed. Not also without the diaspora's inputs. We praise Ghana, we praise Kenya. On a go do na research and see the work with the diasporans and do for getting country and they out of waiting will be Nicole say, that we've been told Ghana must go back to outside and they right now. Nigeria as well. If you go around the world, Nigeria and picking them, we left Nigeria and go America, go England are excelling by far compared to the one way they meet we born and bred na the West. So there's possibilities that we can fix it, but we get for work together. And so if the government come England on this education thing, fine, make them can ask for money. If they give you money, that's good, but money isn't the end of it, because we know how much money, especially the NGOs, and they pour into Africa, into Sierra Leone, as we did discuss, and we know how the money they need to get used. As far as most people are concerned, those monies don't mean anything. They wasted now like a bottomless pit then they go into. So let we look at, yes, let's raise money, let's use the money in the right way, but we can see how we can engage. As I said earlier, I would love to sit down with these people. I have some interesting ideas. I go look for, for pass to them, it's free of charge. Tell them, say, this, I'm a technical man. This is not the technical age. I go look for, give them some of, me experiences and me knowledge what I can gain now, so and make them hopefully go utilize some of them thing in the na salon. But not just me, as I say, we have plenty experienced people them. Thing the way salon lack. Some of who get the book knowledge na salon, but not they get the practical knowledge. So we have a lot of that in the West or in the diaspora. So please, when I not cry then too much done with them come, if they can get to the right people, not to just them brother and sister them, if they can get to the right people, if then they get other meetings them with people them, may they advertise them so the right people turn up to these platforms instead of them just give the alumni them last minute notice so now other able to turn up, just turn up. Again, before we go, for we the things say we to cable do, we're not going for physically go salon for help. Let's try and think about different other ways. And for me, on number one, for me to engage the people that we get the money, we get the power for make a difference. Let we show them the right way. Let we ask them for make them allow we for help them. And that's what I'm gonna say for today.
All right, Femi, thank you so much for that. And that's the beauty about CRGM Media. In as much as we can agree, we can disagree, and we independent views them. And also we value the contributions from our, followers and viewers all over. Today's program has been interesting, enlightening as always. And I agree with Femi saying the problem not easy for solve. Education is not cheap. So, but it's very important because now life, blood, and soul for move a country go before. Because if you not get people away educated, we able for no waiting for do, the country no go before. But we get for ask whose kind education, like how Yusuf Jaloki always say. Read and write, speak big grammar, not to inner education. It's just part of it. If you not get the right education for able for innovate, especially innovate and produce things the way you country need for go before, then it get for cost you so much for go get them skills then they from other side or begin depend on other people. We go do them at their own terms, at their own cost. So let we rethink the kind education. When it comes to today's program, we asked President Maada Bio's trip to the UK, what did Sierra Leone benefit? We still ask the question, no jump into conclusion, but based on the facts we available to we still not able for know yet waiting at the benefit. And we they beg this government, the thing where people they get upset about is the deception. You don't need to make up stories. Sierra Leoneans know what the problem is. Non-Sierra Leoneans knows what the problem is in Sierra Leone. Then they do them research. They know before they come to them. So you don't need for can't tell them what you want let the yeri. Just be honest to yourself and say the facts. And you say you are talk and do. When you talk, now for do the right thing. Not to for talk and do the wrong thing. And you feel say you don't develop. You don't need to prove a point, Mr. President. Your government does not need to prove a point to people. Just do what you promise. See, now some people can't think, say, if not to cut and paste them, manifesto promises, then they put under. Because if you truly do your research, like how Femi say, you know the numbers, you know what it costs to educate a child or one person, then you know what you need for do, you know what you have, you know your deficits, and you know what you will need extra to, for make sure so you push the education go before. All these unnecessary trips, not called for. If you want to go vacation, tell we say you go vacation. No cloud, I would say they go represent in a global summit. They think people were not going to find out. But now people, and they do their research. And everything has been exposed. Now people are asking, where is our president? He's still not in Sierra Leone. The conference done July 29th. Today's what? What date today? Today's the 4th. It's going to the 5th of August. Our president is still not back home. Where is he? He's still attending the conference? This is not a big question. But then they're around the world, they jolly. Anyway, Fambulem, we then also tonight Saturday, we did host the mayor of Freetown, Madam Yvonne Akisoya. Obi, we can't talk to we, but in transform Freetown agenda. We will talk to you about the successes, the challenges, and the future of the agenda. And other things that we don't happen. I know for say the Freetown City Council don't have the spotlight, a lot recently. So we will host the mayor, hopefully. Tibo, you want to talk to the host? All right, so, but we will host the mayor now this platform for Can't Talk to We, but in Transform Freetown agenda. So tune in on Saturday. The time again, 7 p.m. in Sierra Leone, 8 p.m. in the UK, 3 p.m. United States Eastern Standard Time, and 9 p.m. na Europe. So day with we, it's a special program. You'll have a lot to gain from that. Until Saturday, do we have anything tomorrow, sir? No. All right. So tomorrow, warm up. Tomorrow, we'll go find the president. Then we'll get meeting with him tomorrow. So good night. Stay blessed. And thank you so much for being part of the Sierra Gem Media family. Bye-bye.
Now, who's term this? Yes, this na term for all Salon people and them party them. Sierra Gem Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sierragemmedia.org. Now who's term these?
The total population of Sierra Leone in 2019 was stated approximately at 7.8 million. And the most common cancer reported in 2018 was breast cancer, with an incidence rate of 25.1% and a mortality rate of 19.2%. Ward 2 at the Connaught Hospital, Freetown, is a female surgical ward that cares for patients requiring breast surgery, chemotherapy, and palliative care. General surgery also admits to the ward as see fit. The ward is in need of a significant refurbishment and has a major impact on patient assessment and delivery of treatment, dignity, comfort, and infection control measures. The current ward area presents a significant challenge to infection control. There is no fit for purpose or adequate personal hygiene facilities. The showers and sanitary areas are in poor condition and are difficult to clean. The flooring is deteriorated. Overall deco and fabric of the walls need repair and full decoration. Furniture, cupboards, and shelving require replacement. The sluice, known to be the dirty utility room, is in poor condition and needs replacing. Windows need to be replaced as current windows bring in draughts, dust, debris, mosquitoes, and rodents. There is no designated area to provide a day service for patients receiving chemotherapy. Medical supplies is desperately needed. Therefore, we need a total amount of £15,000, which is equivalent to 195 million leones, for this project. This project will focus on women diagnosed with breast cancer and other non-malignant breast abnormalities requiring one or more of the treatment modalities that are currently available. We will also set up a day unit for the administration of chemotherapy and provide training and development to ensure sustainability. Therefore, I am pleading to all individuals, organizations, and local businesses, and every Sierra Leonean and friends of Sierra Leone to make a meaningful contribution that will never go in vain. Ways to contribute will be seen at the end of this clip. I am Aisata Sisejalo of the Health Show Partnership Program. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Mina Yvonne Akisoya, and 11th May 2021 make me 3 years where I don't day in office. I say let I come and tell Freetonians them, una boku tenki for where una elect me and wanna give me this mandate for serving. But I not just want to tell una thank you for when I elect me. I want to tell una thank you for when I don't work with me and work with the councillors, work with the staff of Freetown City Council, work with so many stakeholders, including the central government, the international partners, the local partners. I want to tell una, the Freetonians, and thank you, but I want to tell all the other groups and the boku boku thank you. Together, we embark on a journey for Transform Freetown, and in nobody not been say it go easy. We published the plan in January 2019, and then in January 2020, we published with first year report, and then in January 2021, we don't publish with 2-year report. Inside the reports and day, you go able for read in much more detail, waiting we don't achieve. But family them, I still I just share today some of the things that really make me heart gladdy pan this walk here. One thing we're really glad about, now the wastewater treatment plant where we don't build na King Tom. This is not the first time ever in the history of Salone for let we get the thing we come on our toilet. Instead of it just gonna grow na King Tom, it actually go into a plant where they get for separate the solid from the liquid and get for treat them and waiting for come out can go towards manure. It can now be safely, the liquid can now safely be disposed into the waterways. Another practical thing we are so glad for, now this urban farming project, we bring over 300, in fact we start with 300, now we add another 200 women them. We now at them backyard them and at in community level, particularly in the deprived communities.
And you can create this, where you give, the okra they come up, they will plant them.
The women they do farming projects where go benefit them picking them for get more nutritious food, but it go also help them for get small thing at the hand as they sell them in the market. And then their nursery school. Family then go no say we've been done open the one at Congo Water Market for make vulnerable women them and then young picking them under the age of 5 get free quality preschool care. And now we dip and build the second one. We do refurbishment upstairs in the Freetown Road Market, and that facility will be open and available to women and men traders inside Freetown Road Market. Tricycles. Well, then tricycle and they not only then they help for keep we city clean, they also they create employment. We don't create so far over 1,200 jobs with young people then where they go and collect dirty in the streets. And now we get 90 more where they come on stream. So I'm so happy because it increased the capacity for collect dirty. At the same time, it increased the number of people them, young people that we get work. Let not talk about the transfer station when I did the dirty then they go. So we don't get 4 additional ones, including the one at Lumley, the one at Approved School, the one at Shell, and the one at Allentown. Bele Uman them. Then they all over the community. That journey for going to PCMH, it can challenge Boko of them. So we did work for upgrade 5 of we PHUs them for make them be monk, side with side Bele Uman, they able for born. Freetown people then, boku people then know say dog na challenge na this city. And so we don't start a program for sterilize, vaccinate the dogs them so that we go get control over dogs and we the ambog motaman, but we the ambog themselves. We go make we city healthier and you go reduce the risk for let people then get us sick with and call rabies. I don't share small about wait we don't do and over these 3 years, but I just touch the thing in Boku. I go say anybody who wants for no more. Also go now with Facebook page. We get Freetown City Council Facebook page. We also get Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. You go able for follow we. Let we continue for work together with all we stakeholders for let collectively we transform Freetown. Una, thank you and God bless you.
Na Yvonne, Na Yvonne, so I can go,